Hello, live. I can only be on for 2 hours, 2 hours, so 5 o'clock is my cutoff time, Eastern time. 5 o'clock is cutoff time. I mean, my Eastern time. I figure I talk to people live. I actually am I just made a video not too long ago. Hello, whoever's that. Hello, number two. Two people. I got two people. I'm just watching you two. That's all I'm doing right now. Yeah, I have thoughts of walking away. I have thoughts of walking away a lot. I've been thinking about that a long time. For 11 years, I've been thinking about walking away and not come back. I thought about walking through the deepest woods, you know, walking through the deepest wood and just purposely get lost, in the middle of nowhere. Find the deepest trails I can find. I thought about that sometimes. I had plans about it too. I had lots of plans about walking away. I don't need a gun. I don't need it. Well, you got nature. Nature itself is dangerous. Nature itself is really dangerous. You got the wild animals. They always need food. Wild animals always need food. Why need a gun? Why do you need a gun or take drugs? Why do you need a gun and take drugs? That's the only thing I don't understand these fucking people. Why do you need a gun or take drugs? Why do that way? Sometimes I don't even understand why is it that way. Nature itself is the most dangerous thing if you know how to survive in nature. If you don't know how to survive in nature, then you have a fucking problem. you know? Walking away. That's the problem with us civilized people. We don't know nature at all. We know how dangerous nature is, but we don't know nature at all. We don't know. That's our problem with our civilized people. We civilized people are we're so domesticated. I realize civilized people are so domestic. We become domesticated, obedient. You know, domesticated, obedient. Always have somebody on our chain. We always have a chain on us in our life. You think I'm crazy? I bet. I'm guessing you think I'm crazy. You think I'm crazy? That's why you don't talk. Maybe I might know somebody. I think I'm guessing. Usually the ones who just don't say shit usually think I'm the crazy one. Watches all my videos. Say, "Oh, that's a crazy motherfucker. That's a crazy motherfucker right there." Shit. Must be a teenager. Are you a teenager? Are you a teenager? Summer school. Live. What's on your mind? Come on. Give me a question if you want. That's why I'm on live TV. Say something. Say something. Say something bad to me. Because most people say something bad to me, you know? Say something good. Don't have to be bad. It can be good. Are you afraid to question me? Come on, question me. What am I? What am I? What the fuck are you? No. What the fuck are you? What the fuck are you? What the fuck is that? Maybe that's what's going through your mind. Say, what the fuck is that? What is it? Why is it talking? Why is it talking? What the fuck is that? How come? You must be busy over there. You must be really busy. You're just staring at me. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. What do I say? I don't know what to say. What do I say? You gotta say something. Okay, you can go now. Have a nice day. Why did you say that? Why did you say I have to go? You can go now. Shoo, 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 shoo. Please go. Shoo, shoo. No, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Shoo, shoo. Yep. I'm gonna let's do a staring contest. See who can stare at each other the longest. You won. I blinked. By now, this should be kicking in. Unless they're all working. Do you work for a living? I'm guessing you don't. You don't work for a living. It's like 3 o'clock. It should be after school. Do your homework. Go do your homework. You're supposed to do your homework. Waiting. Just waiting. I'm waiting. Is it done yet? Nope, not done. Not done yet. Dun, 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 dun. 10 minutes. 10 minutes has gone by. What video should I play? Bullwinkle. I got Bullwinkle on here. Who is watching me? Who is watching me? Yeah, I love Russell Means. He's a pretty cool guy, you know. Should watch him sometimes. Russell Means. Watch him. He's pretty cool. Here, let me bring him up. Russell Means. Yeah.
And the initiative.
There you go. This is like made in 1989.
This is traditional greeting of my people that I am bound to give, albeit it's a short version. What I said in my own language translated into English thusly. Hello, my relatives. I am Noblala
He's
Lakota,
dead.
and I come from our very sacred holy land.
He died.
The Black Hills.
He said the next natives will be the
Yellow Thunder Village
will be outside the reservation.
My mother is from the War Eagle clan, and my father's family is from the Crazy Horse clan. This greeting is to this day the way all Indians throughout the nation still greet one another, those that still know their culture. This is the only way we present ourselves to one another that is acceptable. We tell you who we are, where we are from, who we are from, our clans, and we do this without ever saying our name. Anything less would be an insult to you and to my people. Senators, my morning prayers to the great
It's an old
mystery
video.
always include you.
It's made in
And your
1989.
colleagues in Congress.
That's when I
as well as
graduated high
leaders in all
school,
governments.
1989.
It is an honor to come before you as a spokesman for my people, the American Indians of the United States of America. In these United States of America, this great country of ours, we American Indians, we can be anything we want to be, except American
Rana.
Indians. And that is created
We're
by
listening
the
to a
laws
YouTube
of this
video.
nation and condoned by its subsidiaries, the so-called tribal government, and designed for the Indian to fail, to be expendable, to be eliminated. I take you back in your history.
Oh, guess who that is.
After the American Indian hostiles had been subdued and forcibly confined to Indian reservations, it took approximately 30 years, one generation, for us to adjust and become economically viable. Contrary to what the anthropologists say and what we even ourselves are taught as Indian people. However, allotments were made smaller, our remaining lands were open to homesteading, and we were forced into reducing our livestock. Nevertheless, we made the adjustment again in less than half the aforementioned
I'm sorry.
time, 15 years, and become economically self-sufficient again. But once again, the American Indian was forced into reducing our
I'm
livestock.
sorry, Lana.
The boss farmer concept was instituted. We were told what, when, where, how much, and how little we could grow. This applied to agriculture and our livestock. Again, we recovered in a time span of approximately 15 years. We were so successful in our third recovery that the American Indians enjoyed the finest of economic times, while the rest of the industrialized world was wallowing in the Great Depression. It was then that President Roosevelt introduced the Howard Wheeler Act, better known as the Indian Reorganization Act, the IRA, which institutionalized the so-called tribal governments, which are not one of our institutions, and it is still foreign to us this very day. We have yet to recover. 45 years later, the IRA, Indian tribal governments, on their own initiative, began renewed efforts at reestablishing their sovereignty focused on the oldest profession of American Indians. That's gambling. Bingo and other gaming operations has been, without exception, a proven initial success. Failure through mismanagement, politics, or litigation has been less than 15%, showing a better than 85% success rate. The new Indian-sponsored gaming industry on reservations dwarfed success ratios of any and all other non-Indian industries in America. Gaming operations have proven to benefit the revenue gathering of all governments, be they county, state, or Indian reservation. With regulation of bingo and gaming by the Congress, we are experiencing repetition of history. One shouldn't remedy success. The results? The United States government, through Congress, once again intervenes to regulate a proven success in violation of all basic and fundamental rules of economics and totally contrary to all the laws of capitalism. American Indians are human beings. We are supposed to be citizens of the United States of America. We fought in your wars in other countries. Our Navajo Nation code talkers served and saved this nation in World War II. We have the inalienable right to joint venture with whom we choose, as long as we do not harm nor commit fraud upon anyone. There is no piece of evidence anywhere that proves Indians ever conspired with criminal elements to establish bingo. The Bureau of Indian Affairs, the infamous colonial office of the Department of Interior, and the initiator of sleaze in government, has been regulating contracting on Indian reservations since 1824. This fact alone should convince and teach every student of government that regulation of commerce and enterprise does not work. In fact, it only produces the opposite result. Graft and corruption is rampant to the contracting auspices of the BIA and its surrogate tribal government. Indian front contractors bid for and receive government contracts only to proceed to build shoddy, dangerous bridges, buildings, schools, roads, and dams. The Indian is the scapegoat when there is a failure, and is always the one indicted. Contracting on reservations has proven historically to breed and feed corruption within the BIA and now the tribal governments. Within the past 2 years, I personally have attempted to assist 7 Indian reservations located in the Southwest, the Northwest, and the Northern Plains, to no avail. The investors I represented were from various groups interested in establishing banks, resorts, Indian-owned public relation firms, factories, fishing ports, and international trade. I now know that tribal governments do not want economic development unless graft is a major ingredient. The BIA is a major player in land leases being sold by petty bureaucrats for as meager an amount as $40. There is a scandal of monstrous proportions occurring in at least 2 Indian agencies, the BIA's branch of land operations and the branch of realty. I challenge this investigations committee to intricately go into the branches of realty and land operations. The BIA does not enforce its trust responsibility, quite to the contrary. In September of 1987, I moved from the poorest county in America, the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation, to the richest area in the country, the Navajo Indian Reservation. There is no difference. I paraphrase the former Secretary of the Department of the Interior, James Watt. If you want to see an example of failed socialism, go to an Indian reservation. The poorest and richest reservations in our nation suffer from identical problems: mismanagement, a bloated patronage system, no checks and balances, and tribal governments' waiver of sovereignty in order to initiate debt. This is not anything new. This is an everyday occurrence in all tribal governments. Problem is leadership. In this case, it is the lack of leadership. Ironically, everyone, including you senators, refer to the allegedly elected tribal officials as leaders. Leaders are supposed to work for a better quality of life for their constituents. It is an insult to my heritage, my ancestors, and my dignity as an Oglala Lakota to have the term used loosely. Many of the tribal officials are honest and sincere men and women who have good hearts. Nevertheless, a vast majority of the tribal officials parasite on the incestuous world of tribal politics. Not as our forefathers, who were the best providers, protectors, defenders, advocators, and friends. The game of who is the most important rules. It's embarrassing. At the turn of the century, American Indians numbered about 230,000, all traditional. With each succeeding generation, we lose our population base and our spirit as once proud peoples. The American Indian statistics of deprivation have remained constant since the end of World War II. All other groups of citizens' fortunes rise and fall with the gross national product, the GNP. The American Indian statistical line of deprivation remains constant, a straight line. With the blatant genocide of our traditional people, we have less than 50,000 in America today. We are averaging a loss of 1,000 a year since 1900. We are losing a value system as distinct people that sets us apart from the industrialized world. These facts surface in our tribal statistics, and no one attempts to do anything about it except for a few social workers and reservation police. This new statistical horror is women and child abuse. Child sexual abuse is epidemic on Indian reservations, and all you hear are whispers. This abuse can be directly attributable to the schools on the reservations. Education in the BIA, public, the contract, and missionary schools do not teach positive values from non-Indian culture, and in collusion with the BIA, certainly do not allow Indian culture and values to be taught. The fact is, educators continually denigrate American Indian traditional lifestyle as primitive, dirty, and without any redeemable virtues. And the tribal councils condone it. Needless to say, every time the U.S. government has interfered with American Indian lifestyles, it has been proven to be disastrous. In the 1960s, legal services were implemented on Indian reservations. It was a boon for the people. Tribal officials all of a sudden were held accountable. Legal services stepped in, and lo and behold, tribal courts had power to the power of attorney for the people. The result? An edict from Washington, D.C. is handed down, and legal services can no longer represent people against the tribal government, and they can no longer represent class action lawsuits against any government. Presently, legal services are not much more than a mill for divorce lawyer trainees. Congress passed the American Indian Religious Freedom Act in 1978. To date, 6 cases concerning our freedom of religion has reached the Supreme Court. We lost every one of them. We do not win lawsuits. State governments lose. The only time we allegedly win a lawsuit It is in reality the federal government winning out over the sovereign rights of a state. Once again, the American Indians are the pawn. Now, the major factors presenting American Indian people with existing rights to self-determination.
Hey, Solomon.
American Indians suffer under a system of dual citizenship. That is, U.S. citizenship and tribal citizenship maintained by the BIA. Only Hitler did that. The dual citizenship is a major obstacle in the free exercise of individual and tribal sovereignty. The continuing loss and attrition of existing lands through various federal, state, and local laws and/or regulations is a hindrance. The abridgment of sovereign rights to remaining lands and the arbitrary monetary policies of settlement of these rights whenever they are recognized. Another major factor preventing Indian people from self-determination, subjugation of the American Indian individual to the laws of government-sponsored tribal governments, and the continuing arbitration of the BIA rules and regulations which have the force of law yet are not repealable. Solutions. The American Indian people's right to self-determination is recognized and will be implemented through the following policies. The American Indian individual shall have the right to choose his or her citizenship, and the American Indian nations have the right to choose their level of citizenship and autonomy up to absolute independence. The American Indian will have their just property rights restored, which include rights of easement, access, hunting, fishing, prayer, and water. The BIA will be abolished, with the American Indian tribal members deciding the extent and nature of their governments, if any. Negotiations will be undertaken to exchange otherwise unclaimed and unowned federal property for any and all government obligations to the American Indian nations, and to hold fully liable those responsible for any and all damages which have resulted from the resource development on or near reservation lands, including damages done by careless and inexcusable disposal of uranium mill tailings and other mineral and toxic wastes. I want to thank you, gentlemen, for inviting me here. It's been a high honor, and especially since I'm the only one invited here today to testify that doesn't receive money from the federal government. Also, I want to I was introduced as a former founder and leader of the American Indian Movement to the tribal chairwomen that you have here, our former associates of the American Indian Movement back in the days when we were gross militants. And so I just wanted to let you in on that the American Indian Movement is a very proud, continuing part of American Indian society. I thank you.
Mr. Means, thank you. You certainly have left us with many provoking thoughts about the problems facing American Indians today. And you were kind enough and wise enough to also make some suggestions. I think that is what this committee is looking for. We may agree, we may not agree with them, but it is important to have some thought-provoking ideas of where we should go from the standpoint of the relationship between the federal government and the American natives.
There you go. That's to Russell Means. He passed away. You know, Russell Means passed away. I think about a couple of years ago. That was a long time ago. He passed away. I didn't even know he passed away, but he did. Yeah, because the last video I saw, Russell Means says the next native will be ones outside of the reservation. You know, that's what I remember he said. I remember those words he said. You know, so you don't have to be native to speak out against the civilized culture that we live in. You know, you don't have to be a native. But I understand that their culture that is more balanced. You know, that's what I like about natives they are more, if they were not drunk and full of drugs, and if their cultures really, if they start to know their culture again, then this would be, balance would come back. Balance would be back. Sooner or later, balance is going to come back. So the natives are going to come back. That's how I look at it. So I think the natives will be the last to be here. Will be here, and finally get what they need, what they wanted. So yeah, my whole focus is on natives. I'd rather give the natives the abilities than give the civilized people the abilities, whether they're not going to notice or not, because the natives been through some hard time, It's like I watched the Lakotas, the way they live, It's like it's all by design. It's like everything, what they're going through, it's all by design, White men madness, It's like it's like their language is fading away. Their culture is fading away, which is like, America was originally a non-English speaking nation, originally a non-English speaking nation, It had different languages. It's like every native has different language, they're not all the same language, which is really fascinating. It's like, it's just, it's like the environment. The one thing I found out that the natives is that their garden, the garden is everywhere. It's the wild plants, the wild animals. That's their garden, They didn't rely on growing crops. Yeah, they did grow corn. I mean, I know the Aztecs, they grew a lot of corn down there. They had a functioning city down there. The Aztecs did. I think Aztecs were way ahead of its time. The only thing I heard about is that they do a lot of sacrificing, human sacrificing, But in a way, if you see the buildings that they built, it's way farther ahead than civilized people, because it was built to last. If you notice, the buildings are still here. And the buildings are still here, and you tell me that they're primitive, and they're built. It's funny that we say that sometimes, that they have buildings that are like millions of years old and they're still here, and we're calling them primitive, which is really crazy to say, because basically their environment, they coexist with the environment, Actually, they were I always believe that they were way ahead of our time, way ahead of our time. And then there's some things that we don't see that they see. That's the only thing I don't like about civilized people, because what they think everything is a mythology, but in reality, it's not. To a native, it's not mythology at all, because they actually see what they see. ETs did visit them. I could tell you that ETs did visit them. Which is really, it's kind of fascinating that they get a lot of visit from ETs. And civilized people, we're our own military ETs abduct our own kind, humankind, That's one thing that's weird about it, It's so strange about that, Our own military abduct us. But it's fascinating about how the ETs, ETs still visit the reservations. Hello, we're all done. Hey, Alana, we're all done. Sorry about that. I apologize. So I was always fascinating. Why is the ETs always visiting the natives? The land is so open, so it's like it's hard for them to. It's like we don't even hardly notice. It's like they already know the ETs. They know the ETs exist, you know? Damn it! Okay, Lana. Damn it! Are you okay? Is my voice making you, triggering you? I'm sorry, Alana. You know. Yeah, it was just fascinating. You know, it's like ET's been here for trillions of years, and we civilized people don't really believe. Okay, that's cool. My voice is good. Yeah, it's kind of like I slept a long time last night. You know. Yeah, it's like I was fascinated about history. You know. And ETs are part of the history for the natives, you know. It's like their history is way older than civilized people. American history is like it's not old. You know, America is not even old. You know, that's how dumb and stupid we are. We learn America's history, and it's stupid because it cuts. It's like, how could you? It's like, you know, I think 17 something, 93 or something. That's when everything was cut off or something, or 1600. That's everything is cut off. And then what happened to the million years behind the past? You know, one thing we know: the Vikings were here before the Americans were here. The Vikings came here. You know. We know that they were here before America. So Americans never really discovered America. You know, that's one thing. Is what's thing? It's just it just makes me kind of pissed off. You know, it's like, what the fuck? Why are we listening to all the lies? You know, it's like history is my biggest thing. I can't stand. It's like I have to listen to all the lies, the stupidity. You know, whitewash history. You know, I know you had to learn that in high school. I mean, you can't graduate without learning whitewash history. You know, I mean, that was my thing before I graduated. Like I said, that was my thing before I graduated. I had to learn whitewash history. You know, they made it look so good, though. You know, they made it look so good. It made it so nice. You know, it's like, what the hell? Why is it so nice? That's one thing I don't get. How can it be? This is yellow. Never was an ET. Yeah, you're an ET. Alana's an ET. She's a Palladian. That's what she is. She's the only ET that's living. Everybody thinks she's crazy right now. Everybody believes she's crazy. What are angels then? ETs? Yeah, that's what I think. Angels are ETs. You know, that's why they worship. Oh my God, there's an ET. They look like an angel. Oh my God. It has a spaceship. You know, it's like when a spaceship, they're always bright. You notice that when the spaceship is always they're so bright, and they say, "Oh, that's a star right there. We gotta worship that star because that's a bright ass star. It's following us. Holy shit, the star is following us." You know, you tell me. You know, if you have any sense, if you don't really have any sense, it's like ET's been here for a long time. Yeah, their god is the ETs. That's why they it's like they worship the ETs. That's the way it always. I think that's the way it always been. When you're primitive, when you're a really primitive person, and you see some shiny looking ship coming down there, and you paint it as all nice, shiny, bright, and then something comes out and say, "Oh God, that's look like an angel," you know. A glowing noodle, yeah. All hail the glowing noodle, the spaghetti monster. All hail the glowing noodle. Oh my God, it's a monster. You know, if they see the reptilians, automatically that's going to be the devil. If you see a reptilian, you call them demons. You know, that's how it usually works. Is like when they see a reptilian, they call them the demons. You know. That's primitive way of thinking, you know. That's funny, you know. I'm a dumb fuck, you know. It's like I'm a dumb fuck, and here I am, just thinking about it. It's like, okay, there's a reptilian there. That's Satan right there. That's Satan, you know. You have Satan inside you. Oh my God, I'm gonna become a reptilian. Oh, I'm gonna transform. Oh, yeah. I'm fucking crazy. It's like we have no common sense anymore, you know? We have no common sense. We're so damn materialistic. Our common they're smart. Their smarts is based on materialism, you know? That's why they're so smart, because they're based on materialism. Oh, I love that show, Jaws. Man, that was a good show. Woo-wee! That was the best show in the world. I love Jaws, you know. Are you a Jew? Are you a Jew? Am I a Jew? That's a good question. Am I a Jew? Do I look like a Jew? Oi, boy! I'm a Jew! Oh my God, I'm a Jew! Oh boy! Oh shit, I'm a Jew! Only a Christian would say that I am a Jew, you know? Only a Christian would say I'm a Jew. Christians love to say that, yeah, you know, that's a good question, because most Christians would compare me to a Jew. Oh, yeah. I'm a Jew. I'm a Jewish. Oh, my God. I'm actually, I worship the spaghetti monster. That's what I worship. I worship the spaghetti monster. He has meatball eye. He has eye meatballs. Yeah, I'm a worshiper of spaghetti. I love spaghetti, Alex. Well, I get on my knees and I bow down to the almighty spaghetti monster. You know, me and Lana love spaghetti. That's what me and Lana loves. We love spaghetti so much. You know, our tradition, once a month, me and Lana, we make spaghetti, you know, on the sixth day of every month, you know, at 6 o'clock, you know, 6th day, 6 o'clock, and in 6 seconds. It's got to be approximately 6 seconds I can eat the spaghetti. It's got to be 06. So yeah, that's when I eat spaghetti. Yeah, I love the spaghetti monster. You know, atheism. You know, it's like you're recycled. You're like a recycled good. That's what you are. You're a computer program. You know, atheist people, you are a computer program. That's all you are. You're a mindless robot. That's basically what atheist people are. They're all robots. That's why they behave like robots, you know? Yeah, they behave like robots because they don't, it's like their mind is still here. That's where the mind is. They're still right here in the skin. This is what a robot is, you know? If you want to understand about atheists, their mind is like a robot, you know? They don't have a conscience. Atheist people do not have a conscience. If they don't exist, if they believe they exist, right? So if they exist, then therefore they are robots. You know, that's what atheists are. They're like what you call it, AIs, artificial intelligence. That's what atheists people are. And Christians are the same way as the atheists, because I realize that Christians are no different from the atheists. They're just like AIs too. They have no conscience either. You know, I hate to compare the early version of an AI, an early version of AI. That's when they didn't have no AIs never had conscience at all. You know, yeah. So I look at atheists. They're their earliest version of an AI. You know, they became a robot. They have no conscience at all. They're not alive. So yeah, that's what I believe. I still believe in the spaghetti monster. You know. It's like I still believe in the spaghetti monster. What the hell? Oh, I got the lawnmower guys. Yeah, that's how I look at atheism. You know, is basically they're just a robot. You might as well make them a robot because that's what they are. You know, because they're just there. You know, that's how you think. You know, why not? Yes, that's how I look at it. But I realize that we are spirit. You know, we are spirit, and we do get recycled. You know, that's the one thing that atheists don't understand is that we do get recycled, you know? So yeah, I think atheists only live one life, just like a Christian. If you compare to a Christian and atheism, they both live one life. That's it, you know? See, I believe that we have more than one lives. There's a difference between a Christian and an atheist. I believe that we have more than one lives, you know? If you can't see all your lives, you know, right now I see some of my lives. I've been a samurai. I said in a couple of videos, I've been a samurai, you know. I've been an ET. I've been an extraterrestrial too. I've been a Palladian, male and a female Palladian, you know. It's like I could see that. There's a difference. There's a difference between me Christians and the atheist. It's like I'm like in between. I'm sorry. I can't be atheist and I can't be a Christian. You know, you can't compare me to a Christian. That's the one thing you can't do. You can compare me. The only thing you can compare me to is being a witch. That's it. That's the only thing you compare me to is being a witch. You know, you might as well call me a witch. That's it. You know, that's the only thing you got to compare me to. You know. There is I believe in magic, you know, because when every word that you speak, your words is what makes spells, you know. Every word you speak is a spell, you know. Atheist is a spell, just like Christian is a spell, just like Jewish people or Jews is a spell, you know. Just like Muslims is a spell. Every time they speak their words, they're all casting spells, you know. You know, if you're an atheist, then you must believe in being energetic, an energetic person, because you got to have energy to run these bodies. You know, you got to have energy to run these bodies if you think like that way, because that's the only way you can run these bodies. You know, you need energy to run these bodies, so you have to eat. You know, you have to eat to run these bodies. If you don't eat, this body won't run. You die. You know, so basically it's just a suit, you know. Yeah, basically you're wearing a suit. That's what you're wearing, a suit, you know. This suit here is to adapt to this environment, you know, to breathe, to eat, to pee and shit, which I don't know why they designed this suit to make you pee and shit and eat, you know? Who's the stupid fuck to design a suit to make you pee, eat, and shit, you know? What kind of stupid design is that for a human being? Here, this is me talking right now. What kind of stupid fucking, who's the idiot designed a suit to eat, pee, and shit, you know? And then you got to pull, and then they design bathrooms, male and female. You know, who's the stupid design to design male and female? You know, and you know there's ETs out there that has 5 sexes. You know that. You know, I question a lot of things myself. You know, I question a lot of things, you know, for, you know, human beings who consume. That's what human beings are designed for, to consume. You know, we eat, you know, we shit, we drink, we pee. That's what we're designed for, to eat, shit, and pee, you know? Consume. That's why they call us consumers. You know, we consume everything. We consume. We that's what we do. That's what we're good at doing. Think of a virus. Think of a virus. Now look at yourself like a virus. You're consuming just like a virus, you know? Just like any other virus, you know? If you got to understand that, you're just like any other virus, you know? On a planet. You know, when a planet has a virus, they have a problem, you know? Yeah, animals. It's funny. Animals eat, pee, and shit. Don't you notice that too? All you stupid fucks? Animals are consumers too. Animals eat pee and shit, and we eat pee and shit. So therefore, we are animals. You know, we're just like an animal. We're so similar to an animal. We just forgot that our animals are our cousins. You know, our ancestors. Yeah, I believe that. You know, we came from a monkey. Yeah, we started out as monkeys. We've been genetically modified. That's what I believe in. I believe that we were monkeys and we were genetically modified by ETs. You know, ETs genetically modified our bodies. You know, the whole objective of us is to dig gold. That's why we're so obsessive with gold. You got to understand, we were so obsessive with gold. You know, everything we talk about is money. So if you don't realize and see that, then that's pretty common sense that you're designed to be a miner, to dig gold. You know, that's all you were. You're designed to be a slave. So they took the way they did it. They did. It sucks they didn't choose a gorilla. You know, I thought about it. They could have chose a gorilla and be really strong, turn that into a human form. You know, they could have took a chimpanzee. You know, they would have been pretty neat humanoid or humans, but I don't know. They chose we were kind of like a really ugly looking monkey. I think we're the weakest monkey, you know. So they chose the weakest monkey, and that's how they genetically modified us. We are genetically modified monkeys. That's what we are, you know. Yep, we are genetically modified monkeys. I'm going to tell you that. I'm for the monkey thing. You know, I am for the monkey thing. You know, even people don't believe that they didn't start out as monkeys, but they did. You all started out as monkeys. I always believe that we all started out as monkeys, you know. You know, human beings, it just took trillions of years. It took trillions of years for us to evolve to this state, you know. Not millions of years, trillions of years to evolve, you know? Yeah, we're GMO monkeys. That's what we are. We're GMO monkeys. And we eat GMO foods. And we eat GMO and we consume everything. We eat shit just like we're no different from an animal. That's how I look at us, you know? Yeah, make a video. I'm not gonna put what you call it. You can't copyright this. So I'm not gonna put that on this video. You guys can copyright this one. You know, you could say that because I am for the monkeys. You know, our monkey is our ancestors. You know, they're related to us. They are related to us, very much related to us. You know, so yeah. When you look at the monkey in the zoo, that could be your cousin. That could be your nephew. You know? Yeah, when you look at the monkeys in the zoo, that used to be you. That used to be you right there, all hairy, you know? Even the Bigfoots, they're from another planet. You know, they do exist. Yeah, the Bigfoots, the Yetis, you know, they do exist. I was a Bigfoot in my other life, you know. Yeah, we lived in isolated areas where no humans could survive. I remember we lived in a forest that there was nobody that could handle the deep part of the forest, you know? Yeah, I remember being a Bigfoot. I had a family. I had a daughter and a son. Just like being a Cherokee. It seems like I was a Cherokee native too in one of my lives. You know, I had a son. I had two sons actually. You know, talk about being primitive. Talk about remembering your past. Sometimes I could see it. You know, and there's some of my past I remember being all chopped up. You know, mangled, hanged, burned. You know. My house was, as a samurai, I remember my house being burned down by another clan. You know, there was another clan that burned my house down. They ran. It's like there's always a clan versus a clan and everything. Everything is clan you know, everything is about clan, you know. A tribe is a clan. Yeah, and then I was a barbarian, Sumerian barbarian. I was a Sumerian barbarian. You know, I think I had a daughter. I remember having a daughter, and that was really large. And the sword was my thing. I loved the sword. And my clan. You know, I defended my clan. You know, as a barbarian. Yeah. Yeah, I love. It's like it's all about the clan. We all work together. It's like every life I had was all about working together. You know. Michelle's clone. Yeah, they do clone. I'm telling you, the cloning technology has been here since World War II. Yeah, they've been cloning since World War II, and you got clones in Hollywood. All your Hollywood stars are all clones. You have clones on TV, and you guys are not even aware of that. So you're not really woken up. If you're not aware that there are clones, then you're not really woke up. You know, if you're not aware, if you can't feel the planet, if you can't feel other people's pain, then you're not really woke up. You know, if you go walk in the city. If you can't feel every single person's pain, because all I hear when I go in the city, all I hear is pay, and somebody's getting shot or stabbed, you know, then you're not really woke up, you know. It's like feeling. It's like, for me, it's about feeling. I don't know. Reading people is kind of hard for me because I still haven't figured that one out. Reading people, but feeling it is a totally different type of monster, you know, feeling other people's pain, you know. When I go to Charlotte, North Carolina, I hate going to Charlotte, North Carolina. There's so much pain in that fucking city. It's ridiculous, you know. So much pain, you know. It's like money is about pain. That's all I see. Money is about pain. And we're just, you know, we you know, you don't know that you are being farmed. Your pain energy is being farmed, you know. Yeah, I hate North Carolina. I hate South Carolina. I live in South Carolina and I hate it. I can't stand it. You know, I got a Bible. I got a church in every corner where I live. I have a church in every corner, and I can't stand the shit out of Bible thumpers, you know. Yeah, I live near Charleston, South Carolina. You know, ain't afraid. Yeah, if people want to kill me, they know exactly where. In one of my videos, I gave my address out, so now they know exactly where I live. So, yeah, North Carolina, their accent's way deeper than South Carolina accents. Oh yeah, we got New Jersey people down here. We have New Jersey, and we got all the New Jerseys coming down here. Now you got New Jersey and you got a mixture of New Jersey people driving and South Carolina people driving. You talk about being stressed out, you know. Yeah, I'm the oddball. You know, it's funny, on my truck, I have a devil on my truck. And everybody, every time I go through a truck stop, everybody looks at my. I put the devil on my truck just to see how people react, and everybody gives me the weird look. Hey, that's a devil right there. There's a devil right there. You know. Yeah. See, I'm confusing. You know, I'm so confusing the way I am. You know, it's like people. You can't put me with the Christians, and I can't be atheist. You know, at the same time, it's like I'm like, yeah. It's like it's weird. It's like I do believe that we were monkeys. You know, I think this is just a monkey body, genetically modified monkey body. You know, that's all it is. A genetically modified monkey body. You know, yeah. After years, that is modernized cloning. We're just another modern clone. There's another thing I thought about. It's like I thought we're like reproducing clones. You know, we were clones that reproduce. You know, which is weird to think about that because it's like, yeah, I think we start out as monkey and then we start reproducing and then they improve. I think then they start improving on the genetics that way, and then that's how we became reproducing clones. You know, so and it really comes down to this part where I believe that we are like an organic robot. So I believe that we are an organic robot. You know, that's how I look at it. It's like everything is so organic. You know. You don't say. I like that one. That's pretty cool. The Joker. I love the Joker. That's my idol. I'm the clown. I'm just like you. You don't say. Yeah, organic. It comes down to an organic robot. You know. That's all we're. You know, you have a personality. You know, an organic robot with a personality. Yeah, every generation. Now they want to get rid of us. You know? Now we're overpopulated. There's too many of us, you know? Lingering gene robots, organic. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, why do we feel pain? You know, you have to ask the question is why do these bodies make us feel? I call these bodies, you know, the body. This is the body. Why does it feel pain? You know, why do we have to feel pain? Why do we have to feel emotions? You know, do you want to get rid of your emotions and your pain? Yeah. Do you want to smell? You want to eat? I'd rather be emotionless, you know, have no emotions at all, you know. Hey, let me get a sword. Let me chop your legs off. Let me chop your other legs off. See if that works. I got a sword. Let me go chop your legs. How's that feel? Does that feel good? You like feeling that? Spark it up. You watch too much TV. You don't say. You know, you watch too much TV. You need to stop watching TV. I kind of like, I realize that watching TV is another form of brainwash. If you watch too much TV, you're brainwashed, you know? I watch YouTube. Well, I hardly watch TV, actually, you know? You know, TV is part of the brainwashing. You know, that's how they make you stupid and dumb. You know, TV does make you dumb. It really dumbs down people if you watch TV, you know? Even it's like everything to me is like everything in life dumbs you down. I realize that now. Everything in life dumbs you down. Dumbs me down too. I've been dumbed down for a long time because I watched too damn much TV, and I realized how stupid I was. And I'm still stupid. Look at me now. I'm dumb as fuck. I'm dumb fuck right now. Put a like. Say I'm a dumb fuck. There you go. Come on. Yeah. TV does make you dumb. You know, why don't you go outside, walk around, you know? There's a difference between walking outside and watching TV. It's like when I go eat dinner, I don't take my cell phone in there with me no more, you know? When I go eat dinner, I don't take my cell phone with me anymore, you know? Because we're so addicted to the cell phones. We're like, that's our addiction, you know? We gotta have our cell phones everywhere we go. You might as well just put I thought about just put a chain on my cell phone just in case I might drop it, you know? Yeah, it's another drug addiction. Cell phones and TVs are drug addiction, you know? Yep. What causes more cancer? Cell phone does. Cell phone causes a lot of cancer. And you guys not even aware of that? Are you guys aware of that cell phones cause cancer? Yeah, it's funny. The products that we have are not even safe anyways. That all the products we make are not even safe, you know? Because I'm afraid. Well, it doesn't matter, you know? You gotta keep contact of your family. I understand that. You need to keep contact of your family. Yeah, I'm like I'm the fool. You know, I'm the clown. I'm the true clown. I'm the true Joker. You know? Even Wi-Fi, yeah. Wi-Fi is the same way too. I don't know. What is weird? You know, what's so weird about it's like I don't know. I like finding out weird stuff, you know. So people don't like that. It's like something comes up. When I see something that comes up that's weird, I say, "What the fuck is that?" You know. 4Gs, 5. Oh yeah, they're coming out with a 6. No, I think they came out with a 7G. And you know how much they want to? Yeah, they want $2,000 for fucking 5G. They want $2,000 for a fucking phone. You know, it's like what the fuck, you know. $2,000 for a phone, and they want you to pay it monthly, which is really stupid. You know, it's ridiculous how they charge you on everything. It's like everything they do is they sneak in charge. They sneak in charge. You know, they sneak in charge everything. You know. I don't got a 4. I got a 3G. I still have a 3G. Damn it! My last phone like 2 years ago. I had a 1G. I had a 2G. A 2G. The phone. This is the first time I ever got a 3G. This is a 3G phone. Holy shit. That's cheap. $175. That is real cheap. I like the throwaway phones. You know the throwaway ones. What's it called? I used to have a not smartphone. What's that throwaway phone? I used to have that throwaway phone. Fuck, I forgot what it's called. I forgot what it's called. It's a Nokia probably. Yeah, it was actually an LG. I had a throwaway phone that was an LG. It was like the old LG, you know. Life is good. You know, it's like profit is good for them for LG. You know, that's why they say it's life is good because all the profit's going to them. You know, and they're making constant money off of us. You know, they're making trillions of dollars. You know, LG is making trillions of dollars on phones. You know, life is good for them, not for me, and I'm in debt. You know, in debt is good. They should put let's see, ID in debt is good. No, IDG in debt is good. In debt is good. In debt is good. It's good to be in debt. You know, this should be. Hello, Bullwinkle. I'm fine. I'm just stressing out from job. You know, when I drive a truck, my attitude totally changes. I become a monster after I drive it when I'm in a truck. You don't want me to do a vlog in a truck. You can see me being confined. You know. Nice to see you, Bullwinkle. I like Bullwinkle, actually. Bullwinkle was a good show. The moose. Talking about the moose. Yeah, it's like trucking suck. You know, I made a video on why trucking suck, and so far I've been, I think, it's like I got all the people say, I think one person called me a lowlife because I told the truth about how trucking really is. All the years I've been driving. Yeah, somebody called me a lowlife because the way how bad I talk about trucking. You know, I'm a lowlife. Everybody, I'm a lowlife. I'm just letting you guys know I'm a lowlife. You know, I'm the scum of the earth. You know, I would be the lowest of the low because since I'm transgender, I'm the lowest of the low. The lowest of the low. All life is low. Yeah. Not mine. Mine is lower than yours. You don't say. I like to say that. You don't say. Mine is worse than yours. You don't say. I'm a low life. Yeah. Hell, this is my blanket for today. I bought some insulation for my blanket. That's what I bought. I bought some insulation. Yeah. We are bacteria from the brain. No, you don't even have I think the spirit and the body is completely separate. So you believe this is your body. You believe this is your body? This is not my body. This is just a temporary body. To me, this is just temporary, you know? Because I know I'll be in another bacteria body again. I'll be in another bacteria body again. You know? This is just a temporary body. You know, I'll be back. That's how I look at it now. It's like this is, you know, you think you have one body? You gotta be fucking nuts. This is just temporary, you know? It only has a 60 to, if you're lucky enough to get 120 year lifespan. If you eat healthy, if you consume healthy, you can live to be 120 years old, you know? So basically this is just temporary, you know? Yeah, it's just to me it's like, yeah, it has bacteria. Bacteria, bacteria is actually, there are good healthy bacteria. So I'm trying to get myself, my immunity up high. So I've been eating a lot of shit with you know, dirty hands. You know, I've been eating with a lot of dirty hands. That's how you build up your immunity to bacteria. Jump in the mud. There you go. Go jump in the mud. If you jump in the mud, then your immunity will be really strong. You know, I did that when I was young. I was like second grade, and I went to the creek and I jumped in the mud and I got my whole self muddy. It was the greatest thing ever. You know, being muddy when you're like when you're in second grade. It's like, yeah, it's healthy to jump in the mud. You know, it builds you. It's when your kids, tell your kids to go jump in the mud. It's healthy. It'll build their immunity system really strong. You know. Well, who cares? They can eat my brains. I don't give a fuck. You know, I don't care about parasites. They can eat my brains if they want. I don't care because I'm not going to be here for long anyways. You know. Yeah, I think being naked and there you go. And by yourself too. That's a totally different feeling. It's like going out in nature. I was in West Virginia. You know, I took my truck in the middle of where I was like behind the ski resort. I took the wrong turn. I was I actually heard I heard it was so quiet in nature. It was like mind blowing. You know, it's like holy shit. Yeah, I got stuck in. I took a back road. A truck can't even. I took a 53-foot trailer in a back road of the ski resort, and it was like really isolated. And the road got smaller and smaller, and I couldn't find no place to do a U-turn. You know, I couldn't turn around, so I just kept on driving, and then driving and driving. And then the turns got sharper and sharper and sharper. And then one day, in the last curve I had to go down, I got stuck. I got bogged in, and that was it. I got stuck. So I spent the night up in the mountains of West Virginia in my truck. And it costed them $5,000 to tow me out of there. $5,000. Nah. Can trucks fly? Why do you need a truck to fly in the future? Why do you need trucks to fly? Why do you want a truck? I'd rather be in a ship. Fuck that. Yeah, I think we should just fade out the trucks. I think trucks need to be faded out, you know, and start being local, you know, start growing everything within our city, you know, be all local, you know, then we don't have to worry about trucking in every place, you know. Everybody work together, you know, fuck that. Fuck that. Everything should be local. You know, I want to be home every day. You know, I like to be home every day. I don't want to stay out fucking 2-3 months or a week here, a week there, a day there. I want everything to be local. You know, one road. That's what they should do. Just one road to go to one city. That's it. And one road to come back down to the city. And the rest should be all environments, you know, nothing but forest environment, you know. That's it. That's all you need. And then sooner or later, the roads will fade away, and then you'll have flying cars. You know, you'll fly to the city. You know, you won't need roads anymore because you'll just fly there. You know, screw that. Screw trucks. You don't need trucks no more. You just need to do everything. You got to do everything local. Everybody do it together. And everybody everybody should have a 5-day work day, split in shift. You know. 5 days for 1 week, 5 days for the next week, 5 days the next week. Just like make shift doing that. Everybody have three weeks off, you know? Have a vacation within a vacation. It doesn't matter. You know, that's the way I am. You know, that's the way I look at things. It's like 5 days a month. I'd rather work 5 days a month, you know? And everybody should be with their families, you know. Everybody should be with their families, you know, instead of begging for begging for money and food, you know. Because you need each shift to, each shift, you know, make dinners or, you know, have restaurants and all that shit, you know. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I have a different mindset. That's all I have. It's like I guess when I hit myself in the head. When I hit myself in the head and I lost one part of my brain, you know, and then everything just went woo woo. Now I'm crazy as a fucker, and I think like this. I don't know why. I don't know why I think like this. That's another question, you know. Yeah, put angel wings on the truck. I think I'm a crazy thinker. You know, I am a fucking crazy. You know, I've been driving truck for 25 years, and that's all I do is think. I've been constantly thinking nonstop. You know, I am so crazy. It's just like it's like I could think forever. It's just some things just comes up, you know. I wish I get paid to think, you know. I wish somebody would pay me to think what I think up, you know. It's kind of weird, you know. Yeah, it's just like every time I think it grows and it grows and it grows and it gets bigger, and it's like you know, I start out with one little thing, you know. And then I say, okay. And then all of a sudden it starts getting bigger. and bigger and bigger. It's like when I thought about death a lot. I used to think a lot about death, and I realized, everybody going through the light. Everybody's everybody's being recycled. It's like I kind of like piece the puzzle together. Everything to me is a puzzle, and I'm piecing the puzzle together, and it's kind of weird how am I piecing my puzzle, and my puzzle is strange. My puzzle's getting stranger and weirder and weirder. It's like it starts to not make sense anymore, And then I start seeing things, and then I start looking, and then I start understanding things. Then I start feeling things. One thing that was weird about it is like I start feeling things, and then all of a sudden it's something just popped. It's like what for me is kind of weird is I meet people. Certain people kind of like they do something to me. It's like I started out. It's like the weirder it is, the weirder I find it. The weirder it is, it's something that's so off the wall that people don't even understand. And then it's like then that sinks into me easily. How many vacancies have you lost? You mean there's no such thing as vacancy? Custom crank. Vacancies. But where did vacant? Oh, okay. It's like, okay, I was a barbarian. I lost my vacancy. Okay, never mind. I don't know. I say a trillion. I'm saying that I lost trillions of. I had trillions of lives, and then sometimes today the Viking came up. I became a Viking. I was a Viking one time, and that I keep on seeing that in my head all the time. What did I do as a Viking? It's like here I am with this beard, and my little like a traditional looking Viking, hoarding, raiding. Holy cow! I see flames. I must have raided a village and killed and raped the women and the children and little girls, and that's the Viking's life, It's not no happy looking Viking. Virginity. Yeah, you start seeing your past lives. It's gonna really fuck you up. Once you start seeing your past lives, it's gonna really fuck you up. Because it's fucking me up right now. Seeing my past lives. That's one thing that people don't understand. You have every one of you guys have past lives. You had a past life, but it's gonna fuck you up. Once you see it, you're gonna say, "Oh, wow, I think I'm fucking crazy. I'm really fucking crazy now because I see this. What the hell?" And it's all because, and then your imagination. You think about your imagination. And it's like, "Oh, this is my imagination." You say, "Oh, I must be seeing things. It's my imagination." And then you realize, shit, that's me, Yeah. It's funny that people don't realize they have past lives. They used to not be this way. It's like when I saw my Palladian self, that was really far out. I could see all the people, I could see all my friends in the ship in a circle, and I'm in the middle of the circle, And we all function as a collective, and they were all collective. And then I created the portal as a female. I was a creator of a portal, so I could go one part of the galaxy to another part of the galaxy. That's one thing that humanity doesn't even want to. Humanity doesn't want to know that your body is like the body I was in. I was creating portals, and ETs do that. ETs can create portals which is really funny. They can fold time. Their saying is fold. There's such thing as folding time. You can fold the fabric of reality. To go across one universe to another universe. You can really actually do that. It's faster, which is really fascinating that I can remember, see that, I only can see pictures. It's like you see all these different galaxies out there. It's like we're so confined as human beings. Human beings were designed to be confined, Do not confuse what you dream. Oh, Bullwinkle. It doesn't matter to me. You know, you live in a dreamland. Actually, it's like you guys believe that this is it. This is all. That's all it's gonna be. You believe this is it. You know, that's being confined. You know, you want to be confined. You don't want to expand yourself. You know, there's a difference between confinement and expanding yourself. It may sound crazy, you know, but you know, being confined, that's what, you know, want to be awake. You know, I always thought about why do confined people believe that they are awake, but they're not really that awake, you know? Then you realize that, you know, it's like, holy shit, I've been this, I've been that, I've been this and like that, and I'm trying to find out who I really am. You know, I'm really finding out who I really am, and I realize my personality never changes in every life that I've been. All my lives, I've been the same personality. Your personality is the only thing that's making you you. That's the only thing that's really you is your personality. You know. You know, that's one thing you guys don't understand. Yeah, the blue whale. You know, it's funny about it because when I was looking into the blue whale, you guys manifested the blue whale, so you believe it's real. So that's when you're a collective. Okay, when you're a collective, you created the blue whale. All of you guys created the blue whale, and it's real. So you believe the blue whale is like a god. So yeah, that. You created and manifest the blue whale, and you guys don't even know that you created and manifest a real blue whale, you know? Because the blue whale, I do see the blue whale. I see the blue whale that you guys created. It's pretty cool that you guys can create. You're creating right now, and you guys are not even aware of that. Yeah, but you are creating it. You kind of like worship it because you in a weird way when you create something and manifest it, because that's all you guys. All you guys are creating that blue. As a collective that you guys are. You are creating the blue. The blue whale is real now. You made a real blue whale because I see it in the water. I see it swimming, and it's doing exactly what you guys created. And his name is Elazon. Yeah. Oh yeah. And the blue whale says, the blue whale says, hey guys, how's it going? You know. What are you guys doing? Huh? So you guys created your own God, and you guys don't even realize that you are creating your own God. You manifested your own God all together. You made a blue whale a God, you know. So now you're worshipers. You became the Christians. You became exactly like the Christians because you worship the blue whale because you created it. All of you guys created it, you know. That's how it works. It's like it's a collective thing, you know. It's just like Anonymous. Anonymous is a collective, you know. Anonymous is a collective. We are Legion, you know. They are a collective, just like you guys as a blue whale became a collective yourself, and you're not even aware about it. Yeah, but you worship it like a dog. You're doing exactly the same thing. You actually created a real God. A blue whale is a real God now. Like I'm seeing it right now. I'm looking at your blue whale in the blue water that you guys create and manifested. Yeah, you're the worshiper. You worship the blue whale. Let's all worship the blue whale. You know? It's a God now. You guys made it a God. You made the blue whale, which is good. You're good with nature. Yeah, it's funny how that they're not even aware that they manifested it. You know, you manifest. It's like when you're a collective, you create and you manifest things on the other side that you're not even realize that you are creating a manifest. You know, it's weird. It's really weird because I was looking into you guys all at once, and then I saw the blue whale. I was looking at the blue whale that you guys created. You know, he's a pretty cool blue whale. He's a pretty laid back blue. He's an atheist blue whale. I can tell you that. He's really atheist. It's pretty cool, you know. And they said that all the guys worship him. And said, what? He said, what the fuck? Why are they worshiping me? Damn it. Shit. What the fuck? No, it's not a cartoon. It's real. Your blue whale is real. It's not a cartoon. You made a real whale. You guys are not even aware of that you created a real blue whale. You know? His name is Alizum. Yeah, his name is Alizum. Yeah, he's watching you right now. He's glad that you bow down on your knees and pray for him every day, you know? Yeah, he loves you when you guys say his name all the time. He believes that, yeah, he loves it when you pray when you guys are all saying his name. You guys just became the Christians that you hate. You became the Christians that you hate. That's what it comes down to. And then soon you guys gonna make statues. I guess you guys have statues of the blue whale, right? You guys have statues of the blue whales in your house? Do you have a statue of a blue whale in your house? You know? I know some of you guys have statues of blue whales in your house, or a poster. You got any like posters or cartoon pictures of it? Come on, tell me. You have any? I know you have cartoon pictures of the blue whale. One of you guys have a big, huge blue whale poster or something in your house. One of you guys have one. Yeah, you're praying to the blue whale. Every time you say blue whale, you're praying to it. We did not play blue whale. Yeah, you made a real blue whale. I'm telling you that. You guys made a real blue, because I've seen it. I know it. I know what your blue whale looked like. I was watching it. It's like this small. You think I'm crazy? Yeah, I tell you I'm crazy. I tell you I'm fucking crazy. Getting close to understanding. Oh, I know understanding. I know what understanding is. I'm way farther out than you guys. Hello, XLR8. I unblocked XLR8. I unblocked all the people that I did. So I say fuck it. I might as well look like a fool. Yeah, there's a deeper understanding that you guys need to understand, that there is a deeper what I told you, that you are a collective, and when a collective manifests something, can manifest anything as a collective. That's one thing you guys don't understand. You're not close to understanding, actually. Bullwinkle. You're not close. You're not even close at. You're not that crazy enough that like I am. You know. You gotta be really crazy. You know. There's a whole new meaning of understanding if you see what right through me, because there's a whole new deeper understanding that goes beyond that, where you have no choice to have spirituality too at the same time. You could be an atheist and you could be spiritual at the same time. I realize that now. It's like you can't, but I don't push myself to the religious side, you know, where you have idol worshiping. I don't believe in idols. I don't even care about idols, you know. So I create my own manifestation of how I see myself, you know. You guys could see yourself this way, but the way I like. So my own manifestation for myself and how I see things is my way, you know. Everybody got their own ways, you know. Like Anonymous got their ways. They're all a collective. Blue Whale's got your wave. Now I kind of realize you got your own ways, you know. My way is completely separate from everybody else's way. I follow my own path. I follow my own path. Wherever it goes, nobody knows. That's the way my path works. It's like, okay, should I go left or right or center, you know? And it's like I choose. If I go left, I go to the left. So if I go right, left, or center, then I go center, you know? That's how I choose my path. It's like I do it naturally. You know, I look at it naturally. Everything happens naturally, you know. So that's how I look at things, you know. And the way I work is common sense. So basically, common sense and natural, you know. I'm very. Life is not complicated. You believe life is complicated? You gotta be fucking crazy. I only have a 3rd grade education. I mean, I write like a 3rd grade. Everybody thinks I have a 3rd grade education. Look at me. It's like I broke everything down. It's like I broke everything down. I don't even have a college degree. I don't even have a college degree. You know, you have to be a fucking idiot. You know, yeah, you do have to be an idiot to understand life. You know, you have to be a fucking idiot to understand life. You know, only the ones who think they're the smart ones. I don't believe the smart ones are truly awake. Anybody who thinks it's complicated is not really awake at all. You know, you have to be a dummy. If you think like a dummy, then everything would be different. You know. Ah, cool, Bullwinkle. Finally, somebody real. You know, Bullwinkle. I bet Bullwinkle's 3 times as smarter than anybody else in this fucking room. You know, I think Bullwinkle's 3 times as smarter than anybody else in this room. You know, join the Marines at 17. Yeah, I used to be in the Army. I joined the Army when I was 20 years old. I did 4 years, and I got tired of being a robot. I got tired of being a robot. You know, that's what the Army. That's what they do. They like young, dumb, and stupid. You know, the Marines are way young. They're young and dumber. They're way dumber than the Army. Past life. Deal with past life. Kevlar. Who's that? Chevlar Edon. I don't know who that is. Cynic. Who is that? You guys got some names I don't know. I'm dumb as a rock. I don't know anything, really. I don't know. I don't know names at all. I don't know who's popular. I don't know politics. I don't know nothing. It's like I'm just a dumbass. That's all I am. I'm a gullible, stupid dumbass. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You know, I'm stupid. It's like when I want to talk. When I talk, everybody cuts me down because I'm not educated enough. You know, they always say, if you notice that in my videos, get an education. You know, go get an education. You know, you need to do some more research. You know, it's like shit. Hell no. I don't like reading. I hate reading. I can't stand it, you know. I'm not a reader. I'm telling you that for a fact. You can see when I read out the thing, I'm not a reader, you know. I'm lucky to have a good job. You know, I got lucky to have this job. You know, I'm lucky to have a job because that's how dumb I am. Because it's like only thing I can do is read a map, and I can. It's like I have a better sense of direction. You know, in the Army, it was really weird because I was really good in the Army. You know, people told me what to do, I did. You know, that's the big. I was actually a follower. You know, I was never a leader. I was always the follower. You know. Yeah, I mean, it's like high school, you know. In high school I couldn't do geometry, you know. I kind of like barely passed geometry. That's how stupid I am. And I wasn't good at English. I was never good at English in writing, you know. I was like I was in all the lowest classes, you know. So it comes down to truck driving. That's the only thing I could do is drive a truck. My parents never thought I would graduate. That's how bad it is. My parents never thought I would graduate because they think it, I had to go through some special school because I wasn't really. It's like that's how I am. I mean, I'm not. It's like I'm not. I'm really the poorest educated person ever. It's like I can relate to people. It's like for me, it's weird. I can relate to people who are in my level. It's like, but I have a different. It's like in a way, I had to self-educate myself my own way. I had it because pictures is the only way I can self-educate myself. So I look around and I feel. That's how I educate myself. It's like I'm self-educated my own different ways. Dug many holes. Yeah, in the army I did. I dug a lot of holes in the army. Yeah, it's like I'm always gonna be the low class, That's how I see myself, as the low class. That's why it's like I can't relate. It's like I can't relate to anybody that have a higher education. When I see somebody with a higher education to me, I feel intimidated, They always intimidate. So that's why I talk bad about rich assholes all the time, because they intimidate me all the time, In my everyday life, there's a guy that's educated, always intimidated. I feel like I'm intimidated, It's like, yeah, I feel like I'm always intimidated all the time. It's like that's why I talk bad about rich assholes and greedy ass fuckheads every day. It's like my everyday life. You have no choice, It sucks. And then it's like I have to live like this, It's like, why do I have to live like this? Yeah, that's exactly how I think too, Bullwinkle. I think it's like when I see the fucking. It's like it's funny about that. When I see a guy who drives a Lamborghini, I seen a guy who drives a Lamborghini, a brand spanking new car, and it's just like. I said, how in the fuck did he do that? How in the fuck did he get that car? Did he inherit it? Yeah, most of these rich assholes they inherit it, from their family, It's all inheritance. And some of them, they worked their way from the bottom and worked their way up, I understand that. But I still don't like them. I don't care if they did work their way up. I still don't like their ass, even though they're still a rich ass. I still don't like them. Right now, I'm still in the same, it's funny about me. I'm still in the same level. 25 years, I'm still a truck driver, 25 years, I'm still a truck driver. I ain't gone up. I ain't gone up anywhere, Yeah, it's like I ain't gone up nowhere. I've never been up. So I talk bad. I have to talk bad about these fuckers because no one else would talk bad about these fuckers. Hello, APYR. Yeah, so I guess I can relate to some people because of who I am, And then I have the weird side. I have the weird side of me, the weird side that everybody hates, The free. I believe in the word free, Everybody hates that word free. And it ticks people, especially the rich assholes. They don't like to hear the word free. I believe in the word free. I think everything should be for free, If we're born on a planet, why not? If we were born on a planet, why can't it be free? That's one thing I don't get. For a dumbass like me, I always question that. I said, what the hell am I doing this for? What? It's like if this planet is supposed to provide for us, what the fuck am I working? What the fuck am I working for if this planet is supposed to provide for us? Yeah. Hello, unknown archive. Stole our hearts. It's like, yeah, it's like every day I work and I realize, yeah, I was born on this planet. I was born on this planet. So what the fuck am I working here for? Why am I doing this job? Why is everybody why is people intimidating the poor people? Why are they doing that shit? Why are they forcing them to do something they don't want to do? Why the fuck did they do that? I was asked that question. It's like, if I was born here, why should I pay? If you're born on a planet, Why should you pay? That's the biggest question that always got on my nerves. So I find the way I did is like anything that's related to that. Then my question starts to build up. That's the way it works. It's like, okay, I was born on the planet. Why can't it be for free? You know, so why? And then all the other questions falls in. That's how I look at things and how I work. You know. Yeah, if you're born on this planet, why are you paying? You know, why are you paying if you're born on this planet? You know, that's a heavy question. There, you gotta ask that. You gotta look deeply into that question. You know, I've been thinking about that for fucking ever since I read this book about the Palladians. I found out the Palladian society was all free. Yeah, another being from another planet. A Palladian society has a free society, a utopian society, and that's what I'm based myself on. And I realized that and I found out that it was real, you know. And we're just playing fucking games. This is just a game that we're playing. We're just playing the game on who the survival of the fittest. You know, the survival of the fittest is a complete bullshit. You know. Survival of the fittest is complete bullshit. You're just basically money is basically a divider. I found out money is more of a divider. We're not for each other. We're all divided because of money, you know. Yeah, money is the divider of all life, and people not even realize. It takes a dummy like me to realize that, you know? It takes a dumbass like me to realize that money is the divider of all life, you know? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. If you listen to the natives, they want a matriarch system, That's what they want. That's a good system to start out, actually. A matriarch, the native system. Because, I think that's a good system just to start out, you know? A matriarch. No one owns the planet, Bullwinkle. No one owns the planet. You don't own the planet. No one does. It's all of ours. We all belong to the planet. I don't know where you that's a white person talking that believes that they own the planet. It's like how could you think that way? You can't think that way. Because if you think that way, then that means that's another version of dividing. When you own something, you're divided. You know, I found out no one should own nothing. You know, just share it. You know what the meaning of share? Yeah, just share the planet. Help each other. You know what? There's a version where you do help each other. You know, money divides us, but we don't help each other. You know. Jeez, Chuck. You believe in money, you know. Money is not even real. That's one thing that gets me about people who believe that money is real, you know. We all created this money and we all believe it's real. It's just a fucking paper, you know. And you think that's real? You think the economy is real? You believe the economy is real, you know? Then you're not really woken up if you believe money is real and economy is real, then you're not really woke up. You're still asleep, you know? Yeah. You think money is real. You believe money is real. You know, I can use money and I can wipe my ass with it, you know? It's a good ass wiper with it, you know, and then you can burn it off and you can start fires with it. That's what money is good for. It just have a face on it, and you guys believe that's why you cut down so many trees, so you can have money. The more money you cut, the more money you get. The more trees you cut down. You believe that's one thing I don't get about human beings. They believe that the economy is real. You know, what makes you think the economy is real? Huh? You think the economy is fucking real? That's another brainwash. You're not. If you think the economy is real, you're asleep. You're fucking asleep. You're still in bed. Wake up, somebody. Wake you up. I'm gonna wake you up because you believe that the economy is real. Yeah. You think money is real? You know. You think everything that's related to money is real. You think your debt is real? You believe that your debt is real? But it's funny. I'm playing with the system myself, so I admit it. I am playing with the system. I'm still playing the game. You know, I'm still in the game, just like everybody else. But at least I'm aware about it. When you're aware, your awareness has to wait. When your awareness is more wider, there's a difference. You know, there is a difference. Your awareness has got to be way more open. You know. And planet starts to hack us. Yeah, the planet's gonna start hacking us. You know. You know the planet is a living being. You know that, right? Planet. You know, nobody considered the planet to be a living being. You know, it's a physical being. The planet we live on is a physical being, and people don't even realize that. You know, it has blood. That's why you guys get your oil. That's where you get your oil from, is the blood. You know, the planet bleeds just like any other, and just like a human being bleeds. And then when you scratch the planet, you leave a scar. If you notice that, you guys, when you farm, you leave a scar. Yeah, the planet does hurt, because I do feel the pain of the planet. That's another thing that you guys hadn't realized. You know, it's funny about me. It's like I see the voids. I go into farmlands. I could see the void. I could feel the numbness of the land. The land is so numb. You guys don't realize how numb your land is. You know that your land is so numb. You know, it's in a lot of pain, because you don't get the farmers don't give it time to rest, because the land it takes 6 years. It does take 6 years, 6 to 7 years for the land to heal. You know, and you have to when you farm your land, you got to rotate it. You know, every 6 years, so that one land will heal up and rotate like a circle system. But people don't realize that. You know. Yeah, farming. Yeah, when you farm, you're hurting the land. You're hurting our living being. The planet is a living being. You know, that's one thing. That's another thing that humans haven't realized, that there are ships out there that has spirit like us inside of it, and it's a physical ship, and it's real. And you don't think this planet is not? You think this planet is not real? Yeah. Can a planet reproduce? No. No. Planets don't reproduce. They die off. Because I know that. They start out young. They come out as young. They don't reproduce. You know, you only live on one planet. You know that, right? You only live on one planet. That's one thing humans have. If you're not aware that you live on one planet, then if you can't take care of the planet, then you're not aware that you are living on one planet. You know, one planet is feeding everybody on this. Everybody, you know, this one planet is feeding everybody. Supposedly, everybody. You know, supposedly. There is no ownership. There is no ownership. What makes you think there is an ownership? The only ownership is the planet itself. The planet her name is Gaia. You know, I know the planet's name. Her name is Gaia. She owns it. She's her own personality. She has her own personality. She owns your body. I found out she owns your body. You know. The planet owns your body. Actually, your body is basically you're leased. You're leased. Your body is for lease. Your body, that's why I say your body is organic. It belongs, it comes from this planet. This body came from this planet, you know? That's one thing that people do not understand, that, you know, the ownership is the one the ownership is the one that you're living on right now, you know? The planet owns you. It's not the other way around. The planet owns you. It's not the other way around, you know? Planet name is not Earth. That's a prison name. Earth, it means prison, you know? Planet name is Gaia. Her name is Gaia. She is a she. It's a female. You live on a female planet. She provided your body. That is true. She provided your body. You're leasing your body to them. You can make me look. You put this on a video too. Make me look like a fool. You know. You can make me look like a fool. That's all I care, because that's her name. Her name is Gaia, actually, and you people are not realize that she's alive, and she's in pain. You know, she's in pain, and you guys do not even realize that. If you really woke up, then you would realize that she is in pain. You know, there's a difference between you and me, because I could feel her pain. You know. Fuck that bullshit. Gaia. I know Gaia. She's a spirit like me. Gaia is a spirit, no different other spirit than what you think. Oh, MM's back. I knew MM would be in here. Gaia is her real name. She's fuck MM. You know, MM doesn't know what he's talking about. You know. The Zionist is here. I got the Zionist. Hey, I have a Zionist inside in my. He's back. MM's back. The Zionist. I feel Gaia. I could feel her, actually. I could see her. I know what she looks like. I've seen her. I've seen Gaia, what she looks like. I know what Gaia is like now. It's like, yeah, Gaia used to be my. I used to date Gaia in one of my lives. I used to date Gaia. She was not Gaia before she became Gaia. You know. No. Well, I could see her. Sometimes she don't want to speak. You know, Gaia has her own personality. I found out that the planets have their own personality, you know. She's letting me feel her pain. That's what she's letting me do. She's letting me feel her pain. And then when I drive out in the middle of the farms, I could see the pain, you know. I could feel the pain. I could feel the way the pain is. It's weird. It's just when you feel it, it's weird. It's like it feels numb. It's like a dead. It's like a vortex, numb. You know. It's like there's no when you feel the land, it doesn't. There's no feeling to the land at all. You know. You can tell the difference when you go to a land that's untouched. And then go to a farmland and compare how they feel, you know. Goy, our puppet for our mighty Jewish fingers of manipulate. Yeah, it's depressing. Yeah, I feel it sometimes. It's like it is. It's like when you feel human beings, you know, human beings is like they're numb. It's like human beings became so numb, you know. Goys are. I guess I'm a puppet. Yeah, I'm a puppet. I'm a puppet. Yes, I'm a puppet. MM. There you go. I am a puppet. Do you hear screams? Yeah. Scream. It's like to me when I feel the pain on her, it's like it comes right here in the stomach. All the fear comes from the stomach, you know. All your fear. Don't you guys ever feel like there's something in your stomach? All the fears come into the stomach, you know. Half of the whales, nature rules. All the whales, all your animals, your animals are going extinct. Your animals are going to go extinct because you don't take care. We don't take care of our animals. Our animals are they're related to us. They're our relatives. The natives. That's why I believe in the natives. The animals are our relatives. That's what they are. Yeah, I wish it was. I miss natural. What happened to natural? I wish everything was natural. Everything should be natural. Not not destructive. Because I think for us to have I like to like I said, I want to drink real water. What happened to drinking real water? Eating real food. What happened to eating real food? There's no such thing as real food anymore. I guess I'm a puppet that likes to drink real water and eat real food. That's what kind of puppet am I, if I like drinking real water and eating real food, real wild food. I want wild food. I don't want the fucking genetically modified bullcrap that we eat every day. Eat the genetically modified bullcrap. I guess I'm very evil then, If I want, if I'm against everything, but I'm against greed. I am against greed. I'm against rich assholes. I can't stand rich assholes. I am against anything that's greed, and looking at me like I'm a demon because I'm against his greed and his control, and it's like it's weird. And he's calling me a demon. He's calling me something else that I'm not. It's like, yeah, I'm against greed. I can't stand greed. I can't take greed at all. I can't stand rich assholes who wants to dominate people. I can't stand rich assholes who like to dominate and control. And I realize they control you by the sounds of a word and frequencies. And it's funny when I'm exposing these fucking rich assholes, the ones on top of the pyramid, I realize that frequency is how you control the minds of all the fucking people, Lucky I have one brain. If I don't have one brain, then it's like you wouldn't even hardly see anything, Yeah, little sounds, sounds, sounds is what controls us. The TV, the media produces sounds. When you watch TV, watching my channel, it produces sounds, sounds, everything is always frequency. Frequency is, just remember frequency, anything that's frequency related. It's like how you remember a show when you watch a TV show, when you remember it. And it's like when they buy it, when they have this product in their hand, when you watch the TV show. There's always a subliminal thing inside in between every show that makes you want to buy that. I want to go buy that product. Don't you guys realize that? The frequency, they sneak that frequency inside those TV shows, That's why I don't watch TV. That's why I don't have TV, HAARP. Oh yeah, HAARP. I like HAARP. Man-made. There's a war going on. I found out there's a war going on between the secret societies, There's a big war, and they're using HAARP to fight with it. They're using HAARP to fight with the it's like everything is related to frequencies. HAARP is a frequency. That's how you control the weather, is by frequency. That's how you control people, is by frequency. You have to be real. It's like that's a really deep thing too. What is a frequency? Oops. Kenneth. Who's Kenneth? I don't know what all I know is that I hear a certain sound. I don't know how to describe it. It's like for me, it's kind of weird. It's like I'm aware that there are certain sounds. I don't know why. I don't know how to. I don't know how to describe the decibels. I don't know what decibel sounds. You know, I know there's certain decibels. I think that's what you call it, decibels. REM song. The guy suffering from electronic harassment. Space Force. That's a neat name. Ilana is so my partner Ilana is really sensitive to sound. You know, that's why she is my partner, because I love her because she's so sensitive to any kind of sound. She could tell you Lana's the best example for knowing your health with sound, you know? Yeah, Ilana is misophonia. I have my partner Lana is a misophonia, and she's really hypersensitive to sound, you know. Misophonia on steroids. That's how she said. Misophonia on steroids. Yeah, she can. It's like she can hear your slobber, you know. She knows exactly what you ate. She knows exactly what your health would be. All you have to do is, you know. Yeah, she can help everybody. Yeah, Ilana is like super duper sensitive to sound. That's why she's kind of like why I'm fascinated about her, about the way how she listened to sound. You know, Ilana is like my next level of understanding. You know, understanding sound, the way you talk. Because for her, this weird about me is I could talk to her for 3 hours, and then if somebody else talk to her, somebody else can't talk to her for like less than a minute. It's like for me is weird. I'm right now. She's watching me, and I'm adjusted to her frequencies automatically. I don't know how I'm doing it, but I'm doing it. I'm adjusted to her frequency somehow. You know, I'm just a dumb fuck. I don't know anything about decibel. I just know how to adjust myself. You know, I adjust easily. I adapt. I kind of adapt. I kind of like grown to adapt to things. You know, adapt and overcome. That's what we learn in the army. When we learn in the army, we adapt and overcome. You know, I learned that in the army, so I kind of like learn how to adapt to Ilana on how to speak to her without, you know, her being triggered. You know. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know how I'm doing it, but I'm doing it because when somebody talked to Ilana, she gets triggered and she goes into convulsion in her whole body paralyzed when somebody else does it. You know, when I talk to her, I couldn't believe I talked to her for 3-4 hours. You know, I was the first. I think I was the first to have a normal conversation with her. You know. You tell me something wrong. Tell me about that. You know, it's like, you know, people can't talk. You gotta talk a certain. Somehow you gotta talk it's just frequency. Just somehow I adjusted the frequency of her. You know, without triggering her. No doctors can do that. You know, no doctors could not talk to her because they always trigger her all the time. You know. Stray. Ilana's also Ilana's. It's not leading me astray. I'm leading myself. I don't care where I go. I'm leading myself. I don't follow nobody. Really. I don't follow no one. You know. People may think I'm this, I'm that. You know, I'm doing the opposite of everything what everybody's doing. I'm doing the opposite of what everybody else is doing on this fucking planet, you know. And then their version of waking up. I thought about waking up. It's like I just do the opposite, you know. Fuck everyone, you know. So somehow I'm going a completely different path than everybody else. You know, I follow my own path. I don't care what people think. I don't have to follow your path. Everybody has their own path. You know, that's the way it works. Everybody has their own path. I follow my path. That's it. If you want to come along, come along. You know, if you want to go somewhere else, then go. You know, that's the way I work. You know, I don't want to hold people back. If they want to go follow that way, go that way. I'm not stopping you. You know, I just like to follow my own ways, and it's working for me. You know, everybody has their own ways. You know, my way is my way. Your way is yours. You know. So that's the way I work. You know, I don't believe in following paths of other people. You know, I walk a lonely footstep. Now I have Alana next to me. I'm not alone anymore. You know, me and her are in our own we're following our own footsteps together. You know, that's the way it works with me. You know, it doesn't matter forward, backwards. Doesn't matter to me. You know. Because to me, there's no forward, there's no backwards, there's no right, and there's no wrong. So you can't say that she's holding me back. You know. Oh, I am following her. Okay, Bullwinkle, I am following her. It's more the it's like we're both following each other. Have you ever thought about that, Bullwinkle? We're both following each other. Plus, she was my life mate. She is my life mate. She's been in my other lives, too. That's another thing that you guys are not aware of, that she was in my other lives. She intertwined with all my past lives. Yeah, Ilana intertwined with all my past lives. That's why me and her are life mates. You know, even in death, she's my life mate. You know, even though there's no such thing as death to me, I don't believe in death. You know, you die, that's it. I mean, you die, you come back. You die, you come back, or you can just stay. You know. You know, I don't believe in death. I don't believe there's one life. You know, that's the way I am. I don't believe in one life. You know, you guys could stay the way you want. So that's the way I think. You know, this is just my personality. You know, this is my personality coming out. You know, this body is just, to me, just body is. I can always have another body anytime. It doesn't matter. You know, I've been dead a lot. I remember I've been dead. I've been tortured. I've been burned. I've been all kinds of things. It's like it doesn't matter to me no more, you know? What's going on? You know, you believe in death. You guys believe in the word death. It's like there is no death. You know, all we do is believe in pain, you know? That's what we're all set up to believe in pain, you know? We like pain. Pain is our gain. That's the way it works on this planet. We love pain, you know? We have to live in pain. Pain is the whole reason why we're on this planet, because we're so obsessive with pain, you know? Yeah, pain is the gain. That's the whole it comes down to that, you know? Pain and torture. That's why I call it torture chamber of life. You live in a torture chamber. You don't live life, really. You don't really have a life if you're tortured every fucking day, you know? If you're tortured every day, you don't have a life. You just want to, you think you learn from something from pain. You believe pain is the answer? You think pain is the answer? Pain, controlling comes with pain. You know, anybody who controls you, you know, make sure that you are in pain. You know, pains come with it. Pain is, it's all about pain. Pain is our remote control, and how we are all controlled. Yep, our pain. Yep. Yeah, I realize the blue whale is like, it keeps you numb. You know, it makes you numb, so you don't want to feel the pain. You don't want to feel the pain. I don't want to feel the pain either. I don't like to feel the pain, but I have to feel it every fucking day. I can't stand the pain, you know? People have written about it's called philosophy. I don't give a fuck about philosophy, you know? I don't give a fuck about philosophy, you know? It has no meaning to me. Philosophy has no meaning to me at all. The philosophy of being in pain. You know, we have a philosophy of learning to live with our pain, you know? We have to live with our pain every day. Pain is the whole the pain is, this is what life is about, you know? Life is about pain. Everybody has their own pain, their own torture in their own way. They're all created differently. All the pain that's on this planet are all created differently. There's no such thing as the same pain. But it all comes down to one thing, pain, you know? I don't want to feel no more pain. You know, sometimes I'd rather just leave. That's why I always say I want to leave, and I'll be glad to leave. You guys can stay here and feel all the pain. I'll go somewhere else. I'll find somewhere else that doesn't have any pain at all. There's always other places I can go other than here, you know? I realize there's other places other than here where I don't have to feel pain, you know? Now I realize I have a choice. You know, I have a choice. I'm making my choice. I'm not going to live in somebody else's choice. I realize that every choice is made by somebody else. You know, I realize that everybody's choice is made by somebody else, and it's not made. And I don't have a choice. You know, there is no such thing as choices in a torture chamber of life. You know, in the torture chamber of life, you don't have a choice. You know, it's like I have no choice to be a truck driver because I have to pay all my bills. I have no choice to pay all my bills. I have no choice to pay. I have no choice to get a loan, get a house. I have no choice. I have no choice to survive. You know, there is no such thing as choice. Choice is just an illusion. You know, just like free will. Free will is an illusion too. You know, our free will is our pain. We don't know. That's you're not really woken up if you saying we don't have a choice. We have a choice. What kind of choice do we have? If you took money out of the equation, if I took your $20, if you only had $20 left, and I took your $20 from you, what would happen? Would you go out and beg for $20? What would you do with 20 if you only had $20 left? You know? You tell me, do you have a choice? Because I just stolen $20 that your last $20. What are you gonna do? You have nothing on you. Only thing you have is $20. That's it. You can't do shit. You know, only thing you can do is run out in the forest and eat the grass. You know, eat the grass, build you a little shelter, live primitive. You know, that's another thing you could do. But it's like, in reality, in this greedy ass fucking world, we don't have a fucking choice. That's because they ingrained it into us. They programmed into us that we believe we have no choice, you know? They ingrained that into us, you know? They program into us that we have no choice, you know? It's like we're all programmed. One thing you understand, we're all programmed to believe that we have choices, you know? Yeah. The natives, did they have a choice to live on a reservation? Did the natives have a choice to live on a reservation, you know? Why would the natives want to live amongst white people? That's another question I always ask is why would the natives live amongst white people, you know? Because the natives miss being in their own way. They like their own way, their own tradition, their own language. And it's all done by people who say we have a choice. It's all done by people who said we had a choice. And it's been taken away by people who said we had a choice, you know? You had a choice to be a slave, or you have a choice to stay in the reservation and starve and rely on the government and rely on money for them, you know? So yeah, the natives are the best example in America, actually. Natives are the best example of not having any choices at all, you know? They're the first. Actually, they're the first to not have any choice. You know, that's why I look into the natives so deeply. That's why I chose the natives over the civilized people, because civilized people give the illusion that you have a choice, but in reality, you don't have choices. You know, because if you need money, our money is our drug. You know, natives, I found out that they function great together as a collective. They were a collective before even we set foot on this land. Even though they were small groups as a collective, and they fought against each other for their differences, but they were still collective, and they coexist with each other and with the environment. But they still, I think, eventually they would overcome it and become like one big tribe. You know. Yeah, I know, one person. Me, I'm just one. I'm just a roamer. I'll just tell you that I'm just a roamer. I roam. You know, I'm just here. I feel like I'm just here. I say, what the fuck, you know? Oh yeah, we have choice. Yeah. Did we have a choice to take vaccine when we were young? That's a good one, Ilana. Did we have a choice to take the vaccine when we were young? You know? Oh yeah, an army. You know, army. I had to take a shot, and I had to take like 5 shots. You know, if I didn't take the 5 shots, I get Article 15. You know, because we're supposed to be deployed to Bosnia. Yeah, we don't have no choices. There's no. That's the illusion. That's another thing that you're a different. That's a whole new awareness. Your awareness is not expanded. You know, you'll get there someday, Bullwinkle. You'll get there someday. You'll be there someday. I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you, Bullwinkle. I'll wait for you till you catch up with me. Yeah, shots. Yeah, look, it's funny about those shots. You know, my immunity is really, really high. I noticed that my immunity. I don't know what they put in. I think it's all gone by now. Yeah, we got vaccines. Vaccine saves lives. Oh, wow. Vaccine saves lives. Okay, whatever. You want to put chemical crap in your fucking system? Hell, the natives were. If you go back in the past, the natives were more healthier than the fucking than the pilgrims. The natives were way more healthier than the pilgrims, and their immunities were way higher than the pilgrims. Are the ones who brought the disease. If you notice that, the pilgrims brought the disease. Natives never had a disease. They were way more healthier than the pilgrims. You know. Yeah, I believe everything should be natural, 100% natural. You know, I believe in natural. You know, I don't believe in genetically modified. I don't believe anything that should be genetics. You know, have genetics in it. Everything should be wild. I think everything should be naturally wild. You know, all your cures came from the wild. You know that, right? All your cures came from the forest in Brazil. The deep forest, they have a whole bunch of cures for everything. You don't need modern medicine. You know, it takes a fucking primitive doctor to figure out cures. You know, why do you need a fucking doctor that believes in, you know? Yeah, I can understand the surgery part, which is good. I think I kind of like support the surgery part, but the comes to fucking, you know, cures, like, it's a plant, you know? Yeah, Europeans did bring the smallpox, you know? Yeah, it's fun. It's funny. It's funny that we're so Indoctrinated. That word, indoctrinated. We're so indoctrinated. I love that word, indoctrinated. We are so indoctrinated. We're so indoctrinated to believe this shit, We're so programmed. We are so programmed to believe in all kinds of fucking shit, We have to believe the experts. We have to believe the experts, Do you believe in an expert, That's a question I have to ask. Why do you believe in an expert? So pissed. It's weird. It's like, what makes you think an expert is the solver of all everything? I notice that experts are the solver of everything, And I always, it's like they put that in your head all the time. See an expert, always an expert. There's always an expert. I'm an expert. I got to certify this, and this. I'm certified for this and this and this. A piece of paper to tell you that I'm authorized to do this and I'm authorized to do that because I'm an expert because I had this piece of paper saying that this belonged to me and this is what I'm supposed to do. And I got a certified degree that say, yeah, I'm educated to do that. Even though I'm not really good at doing that, I have to be sued, get a counter lawsuit because I fucked up on this fucking person because I didn't do a good job and I'm an expert. Authority figures, authorities and experts. It's like, what the fuck? We got too many authorities. That's what we got. We got too many authority figures and experts. We need to get rid of some of them. Or we need to get rid of them all, actually. We don't need them. We don't need no experts, damn it. Shit. We don't need no experts. Appeals to authority. I have an authority. I have an abet. I have my This is my authority. I have my Doctor Who. I have my time machine right here. Here's my time machine. I have a certain. I gotta get a license plate for my time machine because I gotta get authorizations to go through time. If I don't have an authorization, the time cost will give me a ticket and give me a fine because I don't have no plates on my time machine. Yeah, my time machine right here. My time machine is built in 1982. It was made in 1982. You can see how old it is. And I have to get a certificate to say that it's a certified time machine. If I don't get a certified time machine, I need a ticket. I get a little piece of paper. Then I gotta pay the taxes on this time machine, because you gotta go through time. You gotta pay taxes, the time taxes too. I need time tax too. I used to love Doctor Who. Yeah. Yeah, this is simplicity of authority, having paper to prove that you are certified and you're an expert, and you have a degree. You got to have a degree to fly this time machine right here. You need a degree. You need a master's degree to fly this time machine because you're not an expert at flying this machine. This machine is so complicated. Only a second grader can fly this machine, but you need a master's degree to fly this time machine, even though a second grader can fly it. Time travel is real. I believe in time travel. I'm sorry, Lana. Time travel. Yeah, who came with Doctor Who? Yeah, time travel is not real. Who came with Doctor Who? Yeah, it's funny about your TV shows. It's like Stargate. Stargate is not real, but it is real. They actually have Stargates going between Earth and Mars. And time machines are real. You can like I said, 2020. 2020 is when humanity starts going to time. 2020 is when humanity starts to go through time. Somebody is building a time machine right now, and he's going to be the first one to go through time. That's one thing. That's one thing that you guys, you're not waked up yet. You're not waked up yet. You don't even know about. Yeah, you already got time travel. They've been doing time travel since 1970. Montauk project. Montauk. You heard about that Montauk with the battleship. And it went through time. There's two guys that went through the future and saw the future. And you say, what the fuck? Where are we? Guys from World War II, went to the future. 4120. He's on YouTube. He's on YouTube. He went to 4120, and it found out that all the secret societies are all gone. All the secret society, and they got this little tiny crystal that controls the whole city, and it controls exactly what everything. It got rid of the secret society that's actually in control of everything. Secret society controls everything. Yeah, time travel. 2020 will be the first. We're gonna have the first human time traveler. 2020. I can't wait till that comes. You could build it in your house. I found out that you could build a time machine right in your. It's like old 1980s computer parts that you could build it with. There's a guy named John Teeter. He's looking for old 1980s computer parts, and that's how they build their time machines. Like old. It's funny. Old primitive parts are more than what they think they are. Synergy. The Illuminati. Yeah, Illuminati. There is two. I know there's Illuminati split. Illuminati is in a split right now. Yeah. See, I would love to have my TARDIS. I want my TARDIS. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for my TARDIS. I'll call it Retardus. That's my time machine. Retardus. I'll have the Retardus. Yeah, it's like, there's a lot of things going on behind you guys' back. There's a lot of things going on. Some of the alien technologies. Some of your alien technologies are right here in this stupid phone of ours. Some of the alien technologies is right here. Understand the speed turnings. Yeah, time. That's why I don't believe in time either. Time is time is what we believe. We believe it's time. Time to me is like being in jail. I look at time as like being in jail. I'm doing my time. If you notice it when I say it all the time, I'm doing my time. I'm in my jail, in the torture chamber of time. I'm doing my time. That's all I'm doing. Me and Lana is doing our time. Yeah. There's from the beginning there was no time. And that's one thing that's one thing that's different about me is like I don't believe in time. Time is just I don't know. It's just what we manifested. It's what we created as human beings. We created time. Yep, I have I agree. My body is my prison. That's how I look at myself now. My body is my prison. And I live on a prison planet with all the other prisoners that think they think they're not prisoners. They think they're not prisoners. They believe that they're not prisoners. They think they're not aware that they are prisoners, you know. That's why we work hard every day. You got to work hard every fucking day. That's only a prison system that makes you work hard, you know, 40, 50, 60 hours a day, 70 hours a day, or 70 hours a week, you know, 40 to 60, 70 hours a week, or work every single day if you have no choice, you know. Only a prison system that makes you work that many hours, struggle every day. You have to get an education. If you don't get an education, you can't have a good job. But if you have an education, you might not get a good job. You might be working at McDonald's and work your way up to be a manager. And sooner or later, you might own your own McDonald's, you know. If you might have an education, you could have a master's degree. Oh, you're not qualified. You know, you have a master's degree, you're not qualified because you're overqualified. You know, we can't hire you because you're overqualified. Yeah. It's like it goes both ways. It's like you can have too much education and not be qualified. You can be not qualified and have a good job too. It's like people who don't have a good education usually has a nice job, you know? They always end up with a good job versus the person with education. With the person with education, one thing I like about them is they sit on their ass and they sit on a computer and they talk on a telephone and they talk to other people on the telephone. That's all they do. That's their stress. You know, that's how they create their own stress. It's like they talk, you know. They have to think of all kinds of bullshit to say. You need to think of all kinds of bullshit to say so you can keep this contract. You need a contract for this. You need a contract for that. Everything's got to be about a signature. This is, you know, everything's about signatures, you know. You have to sign shit. Everything you do is signed. You know, it's like, can we author? You know, when a cop gives you a ticket, you have to give them a signature so they can authorize to do this. If you don't give them a signature, they're not authorized to do shit to you. You know, it's like contracts. You know, when you buy a car, you got to sign all this sign a contract for this loan. Make sure that you pay for that loan. If you don't pay for that loan, we could take away your car anytime you want. You know, we can confiscate it, and then we can turn around, sell it, and make some money off of it. You know. It's like a scam, you know. When a signature can do a signature. You know, if you sign, it's all about signing things now in life. I guess life is about signing your life away. You know, that's as simple as that. You know, life is about signing your life away. That's it. That's what it comes down to. You know, your signature is what. Is how they get you. I found out that everything that has your signature is what gets that gives them the authorization to let them do what they want to do to you. And then look at me. Look how stupid I am. My signature bought this house. My signature bought this house. My signature bought that car out there. You know, my signature bought all this furniture. You know, see what a signature can do. If people learn how to not to sign, you know, that's why they teach you how to write in cursive. You know, there's a reason why you write in cursive. You know, so you can have a signature. You need a signature. Well, yeah, the Camaro is great, but the second gear, I have a 2014 Camaro. The second gear I have problem with. It's like every time I shift it to second gear, it won't go into gear, you know? And then my transmission is, I feel like there's some kind of, I feel a grinding sound in the transmission in that car. It's like, I have a 6-speed manual and they're right. It's a slow car. 6-speed is a slow car, you know. And the second gear is a piece of shit. I don't know why it won't go down to second gear. It pops out of second gear sometimes, you know. I don't get that. It's why is it popping out of gear at second gear? And then I went on YouTube and I looked up and I found out it's not the other Camaros that do the same thing, you know. Yeah, I wanted that. You know, it's funny. I wanted that car. I couldn't get it because I couldn't afford it. I was living in a trailer then. I was living in a trailer. I had a pickup. I had a heavy duty Ford pulling my trailer, so I couldn't get the car. Now I got this house. I bought a car, so it saved me some money on gas. My car sits. You know, when I go on the road, my car sits for a whole week. You know, so I don't really put much mileage on it. You know, the gearbox is all screwed up. I think on it. You know, I think I might have to go take it in and have them look at it because it's second gear that I have the most problem with, and I do hear a grinding sound on it, which that's what that car does all the time. It's crazy. I bought it used. I got it from CarMax. I bought the car from CarMax. I got the SS. I bought an SS. Yeah, I got it for. I got it at CarMax. I didn't feel like messing with the dealer. I hate messing with the dealer. The fucking scammers, you know. So I went to CarMax and I got a set price for it. And I traded my. I used to have a Dodge Dually. I used to have a big, huge Dodge Dually, and I traded in for that car. So I couldn't use my Dually. I was gonna buy another trailer to live in. I was gonna live in a trailer. I used to live in trailer. I used to live in a fifth wheel trailer before I moved into a house. You know. Yeah, I got a fully loaded SS. Has the lights and everything. I used to have when I got out of the Army, I had a Pontiac Firebird Formula. That was my first car, American car. But in Germany, I had a BMW 318. So it's supposedly smooth or fast. The gears it's fast, but the gears are not. It's kind of like fucking up every time I switch gear. It's like the guy who drove my car last is the car I bought. It came from New Jersey. I have a New Jersey car, you know. So I'm assuming that New Jersey people are really aggressive drivers. So I think the guy who drove my car was really aggressive and fucked up the gears, you know. So I wanted the color because it was hard to find this color. I always wanted blue. It's hard to find blue. I could never buy a car. I could never buy a blue car. You know, it's like it's always the dealer. You know, when I look around for cars, the dealer never shows me the car that I want. You know, so I went to CarMax and actually found the car that I want. You know, and I finally I've been wanting a blue car since 1991 or 1995, since I got out of the Army. And then ever since then, I never got a blue car. So I've been obsessive with a blue car for a long time, you know. And now I'm 48 years old, and I finally got a blue car. I don't care what shape it was in. I don't care what shape it was in, as long as I have a blue car. I don't care. I'll fix it up if I have to, you know. I used to have a Mustang GT. You know, I had a Mustang GT. Yeah, it's blue. Yeah, my first car was black. No, my first car was silver. It was in Germany because I got sick of walking back and forth in the barracks. I was in Colmar Barracks, and to get to my place where I work, it took me like 15, 20 minutes to get there and say, fuck this, I'm going to go buy me I bought me a used piece of crap Beamer for $800, you know? So I used that to go back and forth. Going back and forth to work was like, yeah, it was way easier, you know? And then I gave it away too. I gave it away for free. I gave the Beamer for free, you know? And then I left. Then I got out of the Army, and then I started driving trucks. And then I bought my first car was a Firebird Formula, like a 1996 Firebird Formula, you know. It was an F body. And after that, and then I gave that up and bought a pickup truck, a Ford pickup F-150. You know, I buy pickups and sports cars. That's redneck. Holy shit, I'm a redneck. Holy cow, man, I'm a redneck. Oh my god, I'm a redneck. Oh god, the ones I took off the original tire. It wasn't Netto's. It was a Pirelli. It had Pirellis on it. Then I put a BF Goodrich on my car, all weather tires, because I didn't need. I saw, you know, what's funny? I saw a guy who had summer tires on their car. He went off the off ramp in the rain. You know, he was only doing 45 miles an hour off the off ramp, and then I slowly watched the guy do a 360. And then went across the median to the other side. Look, he didn't hit nobody. He got so lucky he didn't hit nobody. That was summer tires. I say, holy shit. So now on, I say, screw that. I'm putting all weather tires on there, you know? Oh my God. I couldn't believe that. You know, I couldn't believe that summer tires, you know, summer tires are not good at rain. You know, it's like, oh, I don't feel like wrecking a car. Yeah, it's like, I see more wrecks with people who have summer tires on their cars, you know. So I say, screw it. I bought high performance all weather tires. It's like, screw that. I like to be in one piece. You know, I bought the Camaro because I am a Camaro friend. It's like I always liked Camaros and muscle. Back then I used to like muscle cars, you know. I was into muscle cars. Back then when I was brainwashed. When I was brainwashed back then, I was into muscle cars. I was into and then I had a redneck friend. I had a guy, my best friend was a redneck, and he was a big old guy from Kansas. He died. He died about 2 years ago. So I used to have a big, huge best. I was skinny, and he was the big guy. I was hanging around with the big guys. That was kind of like how I was. I was always hanging around with big people, you know. That's how it's like they were big people to me were the most friendliest people. I was more. My best friend was really, he was like 480 pounds. He was 480 pounds, and he was he was the nicest guy in the world, you know, biggest guy in the world. You know, he was like, and he's like, he was my only best friend I had. I only had one best friend, you know. I made friends on the side, you know. Yeah, it's fun. It's okay. It's like back then, you know, when I was 25 years old, yeah, I love driving. Now I just drive. I just leisurely drive it. That's it. I don't drive for speed no more. I just enjoy it, you know. Even though I hate saying it, but that's the only thing I have that's enjoy. I kind of like, yeah, I kind of enjoy it in a way. But it's like but it's cheaper on maintenance. I found out if I was gonna buy me I was gonna get a Honda Civic. You know, I thought about getting a Honda Civic. You know, over a hybrid Honda Civic or a Honda Accord, hybrid Honda Accord. I was gonna get one of those. You know, because it was like 50 miles to the gallon, 20 to 30 miles to the gallon. But it's like I saw the battery, how much it costs to replace a battery, and say, what the fuck? Hell no. Can't afford to buy a battery to replace, you know, if it did get damaged. But it's like, yeah, I thought about getting a Honda Civic, you know, that's another thing. But I say, screw it. I always bought muscle cars, so I say, screw it. I'll just stay with muscle cars. I think this will be my last muscle car. I'm thinking about getting an SUV, a soccer mom car. I was going to get a soccer mom car, you know, like a big, huge SUV. I want to get a mega SUV, you know, or, you know, or a van, some kind of van or something. You know, Yeah, this is last of them. It's like I thought about getting an old fart car, like a Cadillac or something, like the old farts drive. You know, my dad had one, a Cadillac. Yeah, get an old fart car. I want to look like an old fart driving my old car. You know, they had the steering wheel like up this high. You know, barely seeing. Old fart car. Oh my god. Yeah, I remember my dad buying a cat. No, he had a. God, it was 19. I think it was 1985 or something. Oh, he had a Crown Victoria. No, not a Crown Victoria. It was similar to the Crown Victoria. Oh no, it wasn't. No, it was not even close to the Crown Victoria. It was something else. It was a big car. I used to drive that back and forth in high school one time. It had a big long nose. I remember the 70s with the big huge cars. They had ones that could float. It looked like a boat. I remember those cars. The station wagons. You remember the big huge station wagons? Like vacation National Lampoon Vacation. That kind of station wagon. A Rambler, yeah. God, I remember the big station wagon. God. I seen the size. Like that thing was like bigger than a pickup truck, you know? It's like, but it was smooth though. It was really smooth. Like it was quiet and smooth. I remember that in the 70s. It's good. Yeah, sometimes it's great to reminisce, you know, back in the 70s and 80s. 80s, I remember Buck Rogers. Buck Rogers, like the 80s Buck Rogers, that was my big influence. I was into sci-fi stuff. I love sci-fi. That was way big. It's like the old 80s Buck Rogers, you know, in that little robot called bitty 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 bit. Hey, Buck, you know, bitty 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 bit. That's on my mind all the time. And the Hawkman. There was always a Hawkman. Frasier is hilarious. Frasier. God. Three's a Company. You remember Three's a Company? I used to watch a lot of TV in the 80s, 70 and 8, or mid 70s and 80s. I watched a lot of TV when I was a teenager, you know? It's like I watch TV till my mind gets numb and then I don't remember. That's how bad it was. I watched a lot of TV till my mind gets really numb, and then my eyeballs feel like it's like when you get off the TV, it's like you want to go see more. That's how bad I was, you know. Three Stooges. Oh my God, yes, the Three Stooges. Oh yeah, Mulder and Curly. Oh my God, Three Stooges. Laurel and Hardy. You remember Laurel and Hardy? That's a really old show. Laurel and Hardy, the big fat guy and the skinny guy. Shemp, Curly. Yep. Mo. I remember Molar and Curly. Oh yeah, Shemp. They had many different. Yeah. God. Woody Woodpecker. I remember Woody Woodpecker. That's in my mind. Woody Woodpecker. Crap. That's funny. That's funny. Back in the 70s, mid 70s and 80s, when I got indoctrinated into everything, it's like I was addicted. It's like when you're young, you don't. It's like it feels like you're more. It feels like you're more. It's like they get you while you're young, you know. Ren and Stimpy. You remember Ren and Stimpy? That's a cool cartoon. Ren and Stimpy. Let's see what else. Ren and Stimpy was pretty cool. I saw them in the army. There's no worries. Yeah, I think when I stopped watching TV, it was like in Yeah, I stopped watching TV about 11 years ago. I watched a little. I kind of glint. It's like when I go to like restaurants. That's when I look at Aliens versus Predator. Yeah, I watch movies. Yeah, that's a good movie too. Aliens versus Predator. Yeah, I remember when Predator first came out in the 80s. I remember Batman. I remember when Batman came out in the 80s. Holy shit. And Raiders of the Lost Ark. You know, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Batman. With Prince that did the song when Prince did that. God, Alien versus Predator. Yeah, that was a good show. I mean, I was into when I was younger. I used to read a lot. I was into I was like, I lived in an army base, so there was not. I only had one channel, AFIS channel, you know, in Germany. So the only thing I did was read comic books in the army for about a year. You know, that kept me busy. It's like I still got the comics. I still have the comics that I bought. You know, back in the days, my days. I can't believe I'm going to say that. You know, that's weird. Back in my days, that's it's funny when your parents say that. You know, your parents says back in my days. You know, and sooner or later you're going to say the same thing. Back in my days, we used to do this, we used to do that, we used to do this. This used to cost this much. You know, yeah. Back in my days, damn it. Hell, I'm 48 years old, damn it. I'm 48 and I don't even feel like I'm 48. Shit. You know? That's weird. My mind feels like it's 16 years old, you know? She's younger than me. I could tell you she's younger than I am. Yeah, I still feel like I'm 16 in my mind, but it's like in my mind doesn't. It's like yeah. It's like the age that you were 16 years. You know, when you were 16, it's like it's still there. You know. Yeah, she's the 40. She's younger than me. Yeah, she's way younger. Yeah. My last relationship was a transgender, and she was 10 years older than I was. I had a relationship with a transgender that was 10 years older than me. So it's like now it's kind of weird. I'm in her shoes. Yeah, that's pretty young. Yeah, that's what I say too. That's what I say. Yeah, but me and her, it's like in our past lives that we yeah. It's funny about your past lives, you know how it works. It's kind of it's weird. It's kind of sick how your past lives work that people don't realize how it works. Because your mom could have been your girlfriend in your past lives. That's one thing that people don't realize, that your mom could have been your girlfriend. Yeah, your own girlfriend born out of you. You were born from your girlfriend. Yeah, that's one thing funny about people are not aware about, is that you know your lives could intertwine with the same spirit. Your daughter could have been your girlfriend. You know, that's how weird it is. It's like there's no. It's funny how it works, because it's like it just throws. You just go. Because when you're on the other side, there's no age. There is no age on the other side, and it doesn't matter where it goes, where you go. Yeah, it is weird. It doesn't. It's like it's weird. It's so strange. It's like, it's like somehow you could have. Yeah, you know that's you talk about being waking up to that. That kind of got me too when Ilana kind of like Ilana woke me up in that way too. It's like, what the fuck? What? No way. it's like, no way, no way, it's funny. My mom used to be one of my wives in Egypt, which is weird, strange, which you guys, that's the one thing, that's like one thing that got me too, it's like, what the fuck? This is no, this is not right. Yeah. You talk about smoking pot, man. This is worse than smoking pot. This is like, what? Yeah. I'm sorry. It's just like, fuck, to me, it's like, wow. Yeah. Fuck, fuck. But when it's like, when you're on the other side, it's like, you're all the same. On the other side, we're all the same. We're all exactly the same it's like, we're all the same, It's like, we don't, it's like when we're in the body, we're all different, if you notice that we're all different. But we're on the other side, we're all the same. We don't know who's who. No, we know who's who. Actually, just it's weird about that. It's like we already know who we are, It's like when you're in your body, the body is what gives you the personality. I realize the body gives you the personality. But when you're out of body, where's your personality? Tell me that. There's a deep question. It's like, when you're out of body, where's your personality? You don't have a personality. You do not have a personality. So the only thing that's giving you a personality is the body. The body is the one that's giving you the physical personality. And the thoughts and the thoughts in here, the brain is the one that's giving you who you really are, This body is your personality. It fits your personality, it's like you created your personality. That's what it comes down. It's like, this body here is my personality. I created my personality, just like Ilona. Ilona created her personality, just like you created personality. Yeah, I don't get that. Souls are attacking. No, souls are controlling source. I found out souls are controlling source. I have no control over source. So yeah, I don't want to control souls. That's what I found out. It's like, I don't want to control souls. I just want everybody to just be themselves. Me, I want to go somewhere else. I don't know why. Souls are controlling sources. I found out souls are controlling source. I'm a slave to soul. I'm gonna tell you that. I am a slave to a soul. Every word they say, everything they say, I have to listen to them. That's the way things are going right now. So yeah, I'm a slave to soul. I can tell you that. I think you have. I think you would 44. I think your energy just went up. Yeah, because I do see Mars in you. Actually, you were in a war. You were in that war on Mars. You're a humanoid. You're a humanoid there too. Yeah, there was a big war on Mars. They had a nuclear war there too. I see that they have a nuclear war in Mars. There's still people living there. They still have people there. Your nephew's up there. Your cousins could be up there. Ooh, 44. They might know you. They might know your energy actually. Because they have a technology. They have a technology up there that might know your energy. They might know it's you. It's like all the people, all the spirits from Mars are down here too. All the spirits of Mars are down here. Yeah, they had a big, huge nuclear war. You know, that's why it's all desolate like the way it is. Really big nuclear war. It was against it was like reptilians. It was the reptilians and the humanoids. There was human people like humanoid. No, there's humanoids. And there were the grays and the tall whites. They were there. They were all in a war. I don't know what the war was about. You know, there's a kid in Russia. I found a kid in Russia that remembers being in Mars. You know, yeah. All the nuclear technology is down here in the United on this planet now. The same technology from Mars. All the same technology from Mars are down here now. That you use it's like, yeah, your nuclear bombs came from Mars. Your nuclear technology. Yeah, it's weird. It's like, yeah, it's they still have some technology. They have a lot of artifacts up there in Mars that people they show it on. They have photographs. They show it on photographs, but they don't. They kind of like erase all the artifacts and the destroyed stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you are related to Mars. I'm going to tell you that, 44. With confidence. I'll be confidence because I didn't say I guess. When I say I guess, that means I'm wrong. You know? Because I do see Mars in you. I guess you died too. I guess you're a soldier. You're some kind of soldier. You were flying. I think no, you were flying something. You were flying a ship. That's weird. It's like a ground ship. Yeah. It wasn't a spaceship. It was like a ground ship. It's weird. You know the Star Wars, the speeders, where they fly on the ground. But yours was more kind of aerodynamic like. It was weird. You had a white, like a white, some kind of white uniform. Yeah, you're giving me your energy is widely strong. Your energy is so strong. It's like, holy shit. Hopefully you'll see. When you start seeing your past, you're gonna see it. You know. Yeah, once you see it, it's like when you see your past life, everything starts to change. Your mind, it's like your mindset starts to change. I realized that my mindset has changed because I saw my past lives. It's like when I saw myself as a Palladian, you know? Everything's changed about me when I saw myself as a Palladian, you know? Being a Palladian was like it's a totally different mindset. When you're a being from another planet, you have a totally different mindset than this planet, you know? That's one thing that people need to understand is like once the alien part of them comes to them, then their mindset is totally it's weird. You know? Then everybody will think you're really crazy. You know? Then people will think you're really crazy once you remember. You know? Because I remember being in the Palladian starship. You know, my ship was a beam ship. Yeah, the memories are erased. Yeah, it's gonna come back. Your memory is gonna come back. It's just gonna be kind of slow. You need a little tweaking up. That's all you need to remember your past. Yeah, it's like because some of us on this planet are not from this planet. You know. Well, okay, I say majority. There's a lot of us on this planet that are not from here. There's a lot of us on this planet that's not from here. We're from somewhere else. You know, that's another thing that's gonna blow a lot of people's mind. You know, because we're all from somewhere else. you know. And it's what a lot of things. Back then when I was studying, I was trying to figure this thing out. I always thought the beings from another planet came here by volunteer. Look around you in your own house, the things you have collected, telling you everything. Yep, exactly. Yeah, it's like I went to a thrift store and I bought this for some reason, because it reminds me of my native past, It kind of reminds me of my native past. There's always a reason. And this part right here, this remind me of me being a samurai when I was Japanese. This is the reason why I bought it, because it reminds me of being Japanese, because we always drink tea. Yeah, I was a Cherokee Indian in one of my past lives. I was a Cherokee. I was before I was there before the white man even came. I was like way further back. I was wearing I remember I was wearing I had my I think it was deer. I was wearing like deer clothing. It was made out of deer. I didn't have no buffalo. I was wearing a lot of deer clothing, and I almost looked like a caveman. When I was back then, yeah, I almost looked like a caveman. But it's like I had my arrows, I had my little spear and my little arrows. Yeah, it was before the white man even came. When I was there, I had a good life. That was my best life, actually. I remember I had a good life. I had two. Yeah, I had two kids. I had two sons. I remember I had two sons. I know they had a good life. That was my best life I ever had, being a native, because I was free. I was actually free, but I hunted my food. I did everything. I hunted food. And my kids, I taught them the ways. I taught them It's like I guess I had a tradition as a Cherokee. I didn't. I think I never knew I was a Cherokee. That's the one thing that was weird about it. Yeah, I love. It's like that's part of me, right? It's like each life that you have is part of you. It's like if you love nature, some part of you past life likes nature. It's like you carry it on from the. Sometimes you keep. They may erase a lot of memories, right? But some of the memories you do keep with you. You get like little tiny bits of memories, and then sometimes you kind of like take it with you, and then I think that's the reason why you like nature so much. Is like some part of you was a native too. I think that's why you like nature. It's like I always believe that we all were once native. We all love nature, and different. It's like different parts of when it's like there's something about for me it was weird. It's like I love waking up every day, seeing my wife, and my two kids, No, it was no like back then. I had no fights, nothing. No one tortured me. That was like the only life. It's like most of my other lives. I was a gladiator. I didn't have a long life with that one. I could see myself as this big, huge dude with the fucking helmet all covering my face, and I'm in a rink, fighting all these other guys, and it's like. Someone stuck a spear in me, Yeah, I could see the blood coming out of me when they stuck the spear. They stuck it right here, right into my chest. That was big, The torture part I didn't like because I was in a lot of torture, I was heavily abused. Yeah, I tell you, all my lives were heavily abused. It's like I took in a lot of pain, you know. You know, it's weird. And I was buried alive as a child too, in Egypt. I was buried alive as a child because I can see myself floating out of my body, and I see myself as a little baby, and they buried me alive. They buried me alive with my father. Yeah, my father. Me and Lana was looking into that. My father buried. It's like me and my father got buried alive. It's strange to see that, you know. Then you remember Hostel, right? You remember Hostel, where they chop people up apart? I've been through that. I didn't have a long life for that either. I can remember being chopped up. I don't remember the pain. I kept numb. I remember it's like every time I see something like that, I go numb, so I don't want to feel the pain. I just want to see it, you know. Yeah, I was a child sacrifice for back then. I was sacrificed as a child, and they drank my blood. They drank the blood of me. It's like a youth post. If you're a source, they drink your blood because it makes you younger. You know, they drink the blood of a source and they make them younger. It's like a youth potion. You know, there is magic. That's one thing people don't understand, that there is magic. There is a certain magic to keep people young. And then the found, you know, any blood of the youth, any blood of a baby will keep you young. You know. Now it's like any baby, any youth. According to when you're a baby, that's how they keep themselves young. Reptilians. You know, that's the reason why they steal babies. So there's another version of being young, you know. Babies, the reason why reptilians like baby because we are contaminated, actually. Human beings are all contaminated. So much chemicals in them, you know. So much chemicals. That's why we're not edible. Right now we're not. That's why I drink a shitload of soda, so I don't want to be edible. Yeah, that's an old tradition. That's way old. Mexican with drinking the blood of baby. That's the Vatican drinks the blood of the Pope. The Vaticans, they drink the blood of the baby. You know, they do it here in America. They drink the blood of the baby. A lot of secret societies that drink does that, you know. The youth, the royal family, the royalty, they drink the blood of the baby. Yeah. Yeah. The royal family, they drink the blood of the baby. Yeah. Yeah. That's weird. Now you're making me see that. You know that 44? You're making me see that shit. Yeah, I'd be surprised. It's like, yeah, everything, like I said, words are magic. If you say a certain words, if you repeat the words every day, then you're actually manifesting the words that you see, you know? And then it's weird that this like words are magic too, you know? Words are spells. You're on a spell every fucking day. Look at your billboards. You know, look at everything around you. You're always under a spell. You know, you're always under a spell every single day, 24 hours, 7 days a week, nonstop. You're always under a spell, you know. That's why I don't watch too much TV anymore. You know, I gotta say, okay, I don't want to get too addicted to it. You know, I'll be on vacation Friday, so Friday I'll go on live. I'll go on live on Friday. Once I get home, we can talk all day. Talk about all kinds of shit. I got 1 week of talking. Can I talk 1 week? Can I talk 1 week straight, nonstop, no sleep? You know, then I'll be surprised, because that's a lot of shit that's a lot of shit that needs to come out on me. You know, I'm just taking all the shit taking all the crazy shit out of me when I talk to you guys. I'm just taking all the crazy shit out. You know, that's all I'm doing. You're like my therapist. All the shit needs to come out. Yeah. Mother Nature. I want Mother Nature back. We need Mother Nature back. MM thinks I'm the devil now. MM thinks I'm a devil and there's a puppet. Oh my God. Another religious fuckhead thinks somebody's controlling me. Ilana, is somebody controlling me? Is somebody giving me all the words, telling me what to say? Is somebody telling me? Am I a puppet? Do you feel anything that's taking control over my voice? MM, I knew he'd pop in here. You know, that guy has been popping in here. He's been on my case lately. MM, the Jesuit, what you call it? Those Zionist. He's a Zionist Jew. He's a Zionist Jewish person. You know, Ouija board. Oh yeah, I love Ouija boards. They're not evil. And my first Ouija board when I was second grade. I did a Ouija board when I was in second grade. Maybe something changed that. Maybe something came into me, and when I was in second grade, I was vulnerable. I did a Ouija board. See, that's why I like Alana. I'm myself. Yeah, I played the Ouija board. That was the last time I ever played Ouija board. It was in second grade. You know, that changed me. I could tell you that. That changed me really big. It made my life upside down for the past. All through high school. My life was hell. From second grade all the way to high school, my life was hell. You know? You know, school sucked. I hated school. I hated school so bad. I can't stand it. But I had to graduate because of my dad. I'm so wind up. How's Jay? I don't know. I don't keep an eye on Jay anymore. I don't keep an eye on Jay. All I could say is Jay is deteriorating. You know, that's it. That's all I can tell you. I don't believe it's like me and Nilana has gone a separate way. I'm not really. All I'm saying is I'm not relying on Jay's. I'm not relying on Jay anymore. I'm relying on myself. So that's the way it's gonna go right now. You know what's weird about it is like I was always. It's one thing you gotta understand about Wu44. I was always by myself. You know, Jay was never there. Only time he was there is like when I tried to kill myself. Back in the days on the other side, I tried to erase myself. You know? You can erase yourself. Spirits can be erased. It's easy. Just go through the sun. The sun can erase a spirit. I found that the sun can erase the spirit. Yeah, I had way tougher lives. Jay had a tough life. I had a tough life. I'm not in sync. Somehow, some weird feeling about it is like I'm not in sync with him at all. I feel like I'm not in sync with him. Yeah, sun will burn. The sun burns the spirit. Sun will erase the spirit easily. I wanted to do that. I wanted to erase myself. Let's say that. I wanted to erase myself completely. I don't want to exist. Actually, I was hoping not to exist. I didn't even want to exist, actually, I don't want to exist because I got sick of the torture. I'm tired of being tortured. That's all we do. It's like I found out all lives is nothing but we just live in torture every time, So I get to the point where I want to just erase myself completely. You can erase yourself completely. Not exist. Non-existence, That's crazy. Sin. The sun, yeah. Yeah, sun is a big eraser. The sun can be a big, huge eraser for everything. Jay stopped me on the other side. Jay stopped me from being erased. From me erasing myself, Yeah, I remember Jay stopping me from being erased. Because it's like I don't want it. No, it's like I'm tired of reliving lives that are all torture. It's like it's all about death. It's like what the fuck am I? It's like what the fuck? It's like that's why I believe in the word free. It's like why am I the way that? Why am I the way I am? Why am I this way? Yeah, he stopped me. Some part of him is like it's weird. I see the physical part of Jay in my head. People are going to think I'm crazy, but I see him staring at me every fucking day in my face, wondering what am I going to say next? What's going to happen to me now? What's going on with me? Because I'm doing something completely off the game here. Off the script. I'm doing something off the script. Yeah. But I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it. I'm doing something that I found something that he doesn't, I don't think he's curious about, It's like I found something where I don't have to rely on him because right now it's always relying on him. I realize everything relies on him. I have to wait for him. Why do I have to wait for him? That's the question I always ask is why? So I found another way, if it works. So I found another way. Found my own way, actually. I found my own way. Everybody has their own way. I found out that everybody has their own way. You don't have to rely on Jay on everything, So you don't need to rely on, Mozilla complex, yeah. Yeah, I got like shitload of focal points, I was the type that liked to confuse the original blah blah blah. The original asshole, that was the whole reason why I got all focal points, because I like to confuse the original asshole, Yeah, I have 5. It's weird because people will think I'm crazy, but I'm also just say fuck it, I'm fucking crazy, you know. Yeah, there's a whole reason why I have all those focal points. You know, they're all related to my past lives. You know, but the one thing about it is they never went back to the light. You know, they all never went back to the light because they know. You know, so each one of those focal points of mine is my own memory. You know, I realize that each focal points that never went to the light is all my memories of all my past lives just roaming around as ghosts. You know, they roam around as ghosts. You know, they're all over the place. They're floating in space. You know, I was a dragon. I was a real dragon. Dragons used to be on this planet, and I was one of the I was Slade. You know, and that dragon is still here. It never went to the light, you know? Everybody believes you have to go through the fucking light. Don't go through the light. All my focal points never went to the light. So I'll say fuck the light. That's the way I was. And so that kind of like it offsets everything. It offsets a lot of shit, you know? And then sooner or later, when asshole leaves, when asshole dies, I collect all my focal points, and that's how I collect my memories back, you know? Of all my lives. I got a lot of lives, you know. It's all a game. Because I found out creation is nothing but a game, you know. It's just a game, and it's a torture chamber game, you know. So me and Ilana were the ones who upset. We both upset the creation. You know, that creation. Yeah. That was our whole goal, is to upset it, to play with it. It plays with us, we play with it. Creation can be fucked with, I can tell you that. Creation can be fucked with. You know, that's one thing people don't realize, that creations can be fucked with, you know. They're no gods. There's no such thing as a god. That's why I say there's no such thing as a god, you know? Was Alona a tiger? Ask Alona. Alona, were you a tiger? I can remember myself as a dragon. Real live. They used to have live dragons on this planet. You know, they used to have real life dragons on this planet. They were big. You know, that's one thing that's so weird about it. They had real live dragons. I was one of them. Tiger paw. Oh, shit. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, because Lily slayed me as a dragon. When I was a dragon, Lily slayed me. I was a trophy. You know, that's why I'm very sensitive to animals and life and I realized how sensitive I was because I was once an animal myself, you know. Yeah, they did it for the fun of it. I was a trophy. It's like hunting. When you hunt for a deer, you want a trophy, right? When you hunt for deer, you want to have the head for the trophy. That's basically what they did to me. They hunt me down and they use my head use me as a trophy. You know? That's how humans are. I mean, they were human. Humans did that. Humans killed me. You know? I was hunted. That's one thing humans don't understand, is that when you're an animal, you're always being hunted. You know, that's one thing you know. Even it's weird about it, it's like one of my focal points. I hunt my own self down in one of my focal points. You know, one of my focal points hunt me down. I even hunt my own self down. You know, that was kind of weird. I hunt my own self. I was a deer, and I was hunted by a human self, me, which people don't understand that part either. You know, I can remember that part where I hunt myself down, and I cooked myself too. I cooked. That was good. That was good eating. Yeah, which is whoa. It's like fuck. You know, it's funny that how we are. You know, it's funny. I'm blowing myself away right now. So, of the lives. Yeah, I was. Alana's right. I was chopped up alive, in some of my lives. I was chopped up alive, like sushi. You know what sushi is like? You know when you kill the fish while it's still alive and being hacked up. Is your energy red? It's more like rainbow in a way. It's weird. It switches off. It's like I have no. My energy is red. My face is red. My face is red. Oh, it's just the camera or something. Yeah, it's like it's like it's funny. It's like I can see myself being killed. You know, as an animal. You know, it's like I'm being. Being a deer is being a deer is much easier when you're dead. You know, they kill you and then they chop you. You know, when I was a dragon, I was all still alive, and they chopped me up while I was wounded. You know, why couldn't you move? Too big. They had to chop me up alive. Human being. I was chopped up alive as a human being. Cannibalism. You know, human beings did a lot of cannibalism too. I got chopped up alive for that. Yes. Just like roast, you know how you roast a pig? That's how they did me. Yeah. Yeah, they did me. They chopped me up alive and everything. It's fucking. It's like all I see is red. Yeah, all I see is red right now. Blood. Red, blue. I had many different color bloods. Red, blue, green. Some of them I wasn't even human. Yeah. Humans, not humans. Red, blue, green. And it's like sometimes I was non-humans and I was fighting. I was eating. Yeah, the tall whites is pretty interesting. I talked about Rudolph, the tall white alien. If you watch Rudolph the tall white, you should see his culture. The tall white alien. It's like when somebody dies, the aliens take that body and they cook it up and they eat it. So they don't bring it to waste. So they eat the body, you know. That's a tall white alien culture, you know. But mostly they eat a lot of vegetables. They eat a lot of some mushrooms. There's a lot of green, you know. Only time they eat meat is when somebody is dead, you know. And a human being will be so offended by hearing that. It's so interesting when I heard that, you know. And then they said that when you die, you don't need graves when you die, you know. Give your. That's why I say when I die, I'm gonna go out in the middle of the forest and give my body to the animals. I'm gonna feed the animals. The animals deserve to eat my body, you know? That's why I'm so plump and juicy right now. I'm so plump and juicy. I'm perfect for an animal, you know? Yeah. I don't want to be in a coffin. I don't want to. That's another thing I thought about. I don't want to be in a coffin, you know? That's death. Yeah, I'd rather be either that, be animals for the. I'd rather be food for the animals, or yeah, I'd rather be food for the animals. You know, when I get really really old, and I can't make it. You know. Yeah, it's like there's a difference. Yeah. Pain is the game. That's what life is about now. That's all I see is life is pain, you know? Life to me is nothing but pain, you know? Everybody else is living in their own little pain. That's what they're living. It's like they don't realize, it's all done. It's a game called pain. You know, fear and pain is what the game is called, you know? They don't realize that. You know, it's like the real game is fear and pain. Yeah. Antids, yeah, antids. They're interesting. They're friendly, I heard. I heard the antids were really friendly. You know? The antids. They look like ants. It's funny, I remember somebody said when the great floods was here, the antids brought the human beings in their taverns, their underground cities. They kept them safe from the big huge flood that was here. I found out the flood was actually done by. It wasn't. It wasn't. It was. It was. It was not. It was alien made flood. Basically, it was like that. It was like they used they strapped the asteroid against something. Yeah. Yeah, I found out that the reptilians found was here during the big huge flood. There was a war. There was a war here. You know? So they used the asteroids. They used the asteroids as a weapon. So it was a weapon, you know? And it destroyed a lot of shit It destroyed a lot of shit. It was used as a weapon, according to the reptilians, you know? Everybody believes that, they think the asteroid just came here, but really, the ETs brought it here, and there was a war here. You know, according to reptilians, you'd be fascinated about their history. It's like holy shit. You know, it's like, okay, that makes sense now, you know? Yeah, they killed the giants. The big giants that were here. Yeah, those giants. They're still, it's funny, they still have giants. They still have giants in plain sight. I can see some of the giants in plain sight and people don't even recognize them. They're the size of skyscrapers. Those guys are big. Big, huge size of skyscrapers. And they were cannibals too. I found out they were cannibals. But they had huge animals too. I found out that they had huge animals too, and everything was larger, you know? Somehow we got downsized. We're downsized, damn it. We're downsized. We're little microbes now. Hey, Lance Pete. Yeah, we're like microbes now. Yeah, we were pets to the giants. I found out we were pets. Yeah, us little small humans were like little pets, or were food. Turtles. Yeah, the turtles were big. The turtles were big. The birds were big. It's like when you're a giant, everything is regular. It's like when I was a giant one time, which people don't understand. I was a giant. I remember it's like when you're a giant, you don't realize that you're big, So everything was normal. When you're a giant, you don't realize that you're big, It's like you walk normally. You think everything you do is normal, which is weird. It's like and then I found out giants had double mandibles. They had two mandibles. They didn't have one mandible. They had two mandibles, which is really cool, So they ate a lot of flesh. They had vegetables too, big, huge vegetables. Yeah, but they ate a lot of flesh. I can tell you that. They ate a lot of flesh. Humans, animals, whatever they eat it. As long as it's eatable. Anything that tastes good, anything that get in their stomach, No, I don't think they killed the dinosaurs. I think it's before the giants were here before the dinosaurs. I think the giants were here before the dinosaur, because this planet is way older than what it is. That when people think it is. I think the giants were here way, way, way before the dinosaurs. That's one thing is weird about it, because I feel like I've seen them way further back. Back in the first wave human beings, maybe further back. I think the first wave human beings were giants, maybe. I don't know. That's a guess. When I say maybe, it's a guess. So I can't. Maybe the first wave of humans were giants, Maybe that first wave of humans were small. That's when they became small, And then originally there was the giants that was here. All different types. They had all different types and sizes. Everything was larger. The trees were larger here. I know that I see big trees. Everything was larger here. Yeah, the trees were large. They actually had vegetables that were really big, bigger than us. Actually, they had real big vegetables. You know that mountain with the Close Encounter movie. You remember the movie Close Encounter? That mountain that used to be a tree. It's an old tree. One of the last of the big trees. It was one of the last of the big trees that was here. There was trees here that was size of way bigger than mountains, Just like the movie Avatar. Remember Avatar? Exactly like Avatar. Tree of Life. They used to have the Tree of Life here. It's like it was big. And then we destroyed it. The giants destroyed everything. Just like we're just a small version of destroying. The giants were the big version of destroying. They destroy all the big shit, All the giants were the bigger version of destroying, We're just a smaller version. But instead we born babies. So when we overpopulate, we became a virus, So now we're a virus. We're just a small little virus now. Giants were the big virus. Sometimes I wish they can grow those big trees again. That'd be cool if they can get those big trees back, Get all the big trees. Earth used to not look like this. Earth, or Gaia used to not look like the way it looks right now. It used to be way more prettier than this. I mean, it was way gorgeous than this. You think about, and you wonder, and I think about what Utopia would be like without all life on it. Gaia was it was a water planet. It started out as all water, but it became more. It was like it had everything was bigger. Everything was. It's like you have enough food. A lot of vegetation. It had a lot of everything. They killed the dinosaurs, huh? I guess so. Yeah, I guess, yeah, the giants killed the dinosaurs. That would make sense. They are good meat. You can eat lizard. You can eat a reptilian. They all taste like chicken. You can eat reptilian. You can eat lizards. We were meat eaters. I mean, we're all meat eaters. Yeah, I know. I remember. Yeah, it's funny about mythology, and we all think about mythology, and you realize mythology is actually real. These things that we believe they're actually real, but it's like people don't believe in that because they think it's all fairy tales, and they turned it into a fairy tale, and realize the fairy tale is actually real. It's never a fairy tale. If it's really an old story that people been passed on for trillions of years, and it came down to the simple little children. It's like somebody kept the memory of those stories, Yeah, I know. Hemp is like the cure for everything. It's like uh, hemp is like the cure for everything. That's when people don't realize. They think that's why these corporations are always against hemp and marijuana because they know what it can do. They know what it can do. It can do more. It's more than what it is. Hemp is more than what it is. It could be a clothing too. You wouldn't have to rely on animals for clothing. You can use hemp for clothing instead. It's like, why do you need to rely on animals to clothe? Why do you need a sheep? Why do you need the wool of the sheep? Why you can have hemp for everything? Hemp is multi-purpose. Well, I need to go to bed. I have to go to bed. I'll talk to you guys when I have a chance. It was great talking to all of you guys. Love you, Alana. Sorry it was short, Lars. Hey, it was great talk, Woo44. It was great talk. Thank you. That was a really great talk we had. Yeah, talk again, Woo44. You have great energy. I can feel it. Love you too. Yeah. It's fun to talk, I like talking because it's like there's nobody to talk to. So, I'm kind of like, good night. Thank you. Bye-bye. Crazy clown, source dragon out. Bye-bye. Oh, yeah.